Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our Hindsight Podcast Studios. I am UB and so and doing of it. On this side of the table, we've got three very excited pundits, and starting off with TikTok favorite and everyone's favorite punter, Mr. Inyoba Monday. Next up, Twitter sweethearts and double award-winning podcaster, Mr. IBK Sports. And last but not the least, a man who actually a lady who's pretty much been famed for her very interesting Twitter or Instagram rants about Manchester United. We're welcoming the very delectable Tosen. Tosen, it's good to see you on the podcast. But leave that for later. And of course, two other sides on the podcast. We've got Olakunle Rufai, who is pretty much swap seats to allow in for ladies first. That's what they say.
Gentleman.
Of course, a very gentleman. And of course, there's very interesting Kingsley Diego, which is crazy because I've never seen a Nigerian being called Diego before. Kingsley, it's good to have you on the podcast as well. Let's start off with Kingsley. Kingsley, great to see you finally making your debut on the pod. How's it going?
Very well. At least I've been watching from afar, and it's good to be here. Expect undiluted banter, and I think that's what football is about.
Make not just like
Right.
you are doing banter.
It's always nice to welcome the guest and give them a great feeling. Tosin, it's good to see you, and I can tell you for free. I'm a fan of your content. I love the emotions you put into your work and the originality, basically. But away from all of that, you okay? You good?
Yes, I am. And I've been a big fan of this show. And I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Great to see you. And you
Yeah,
look
but
great. You look good.
I'm a fan of your content as well, and I love to see you cry. Actually,
How far? Relax. Oh.
I hear that.
Relax.
Relax. Oh.
I love to see you cry.
we don't bring different content creators here. You know, be their fan.
But Tosin, I see you was a great work.
Of course, sure.
And
Solid
IBK
work.
Sports as well. IBK, you're rocking the Barca jerseys today, right? Is this the original? Can you?
They don't finally.
Can you 100%?
They don't finally turn the corner.
I know they do fake, bro. You said we know now. I'll go win 4-0. Can't go buy fake jersey.
Right.
Original will cost.
I comment my reserve.
Yeah.
Original will cost.
Leave out. Make it not be like say
Rocking the.
this thing. IBK. The last time IBK wore Barcelona jersey on this show was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, go for.
Now
The
they
goal
don't
for
win Madrid 4-0 now.
Sometimes I get some back jersey,
But you don't get my where I'm
You don't get my
saying.
He was saying the same thing.
Where the same thing I would talk. Those ones where you can't wear. Those ones where you get, where I'm. You can't buy new one.
You
Don't
don't
worry.
wear Chelsea jersey come here before.
So
Yeah, I've worn different types of jersey. I've said it here before. I wear
Right,
different types of
right,
jersey.
Jersey-
Clubs where they win now.
Jersey
You
King.
don't go wear Chelsea.
Jersey-
I wear any kind of jersey.
on this table, refers Jersey King, right? But I saw a tweet. Someone said, Benzema is still celebrating his Ballon d'Or. Makes me wonder how truly humble Messi is. Someone replied him and said, "Have you ever seen the thief flaunting what they stole?"
Banger.
But why not go to enter
Well,
Messi like this?
I will not.
Banger.
I will not sit on the table
So
where the
Never
greatest
see thief.
of all time,
Yeah.
I second that.
Lionel
I second
Andres
that.
Messi,
You'll be angry
is being
with that
disrespected.
person.
Thank
He
you.
will-
You don't ever see thief they flaunt.
You get
That person will talk that thing.
like 1 or 2 wins still, sha.
Yes.
So I
First in talk, say
I didn't win last year,
Now,
Ballon
based
d'Or.
on pure
Wait,
stats.
wait.
Messi could they win all Ballon d'Or.
He's
Now,
still
based
a
on-
more.
You say if na or what?
They're still and give
Based
us.
on pure stats.
If na
Was it pure
Based
stat? Was it define pure stat? again?
Goals, assists.
You go explain that.
you don't know Jason Statham.
Define pure
Goals
stat.
and
again.
There's no way one over Mbappe.
No, but in terms of numbers, yearly,
Last season.
I say Mbappe, sorry, Haaland.
Last season.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that one
Yeah.
was.
Someone mentioned that the kind of money what I need now. Fear not even let me go ask God the money because he go just shout. The kind of money we person need now. You don't even talk directly. You go first pray small. You go dribble small, dribble goes like this. Go ask and say, bros, I beg. I need something, man. But speaking of which, right, I'm just very excited to have us on the podcast today, and of course, just to touch base with all things, especially Ballon d'Or. We'll touch base with that, and I feel like we'll have a great conversation. So let's get into it. But speaking of awards, it's interesting because we actually won another award a couple of months ago, actually, or weeks ago, I should say, maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago. And in the spirit of not bragging and being very gracious, we haven't had the time to put it out. But shout outs to the APV Awards, APVA. And what makes this one special is because all the way from Kenya. And, we are here in Lagos doing our work, doing our content, but, they nominated us for an award category, with other, creators in the genre. And, we didn't even post it. We posted it maybe once on our stories for people to vote, and they sent us the link for the events, and we came out winners. So shout out to every single one of you, which is why I actually added the double award-winning podcast to
I know.
your intro.
Make no mistake about it. You'll see it on IBK's bio.
Definitely.
The one where I don't put it, I don't do so. If you talk wrong, I say, is it useless award winner?
Man, it's great.
You don't want him out Twitter, and if you do something, they'll first go check your profile first.
First, go your profile first. Make I see where we first insult you from. So it's great. That's why I don't post my family on Twitter. On Twitter, especially, you don't go post your mind now on Twitter. You just insult you anyhow. You don't vex or nothing. But I saw a tweet, and this was the most funny one this week. And they mentioned the first salary is supposed to go to who? Parents or the church, right? And someone replied and said, to your account, I gave the company for my salary payment. Don't be stupid. All these stupid questions people ask. All these stupid questions people asking people. What's it make I do? So I think my salary go give church. So how can they go work?
That first fruit, no.
It's a very sensitive conversation, but I like the humor. But the truth of the matter, it's about conviction in the end. It's about conviction. I always tell people, don't do things because they said you should do it. Don't do things because the church said you should do it, or that person said you should do it. If you find the conviction, and I believe in first fruit. I believe in first fruit. I don't necessarily think you should go to church. No, I say
relax.
That's what I'm saying. No.
Relax,
I can back it.
My job is to draw you.
I can back what I'm saying. I'm saying it with my full chest. I don't necessarily think you should go to the church. I personally feel like if you have a first fruit and your first salary and you just want to
because I was about to ask you, this first fruit now first speaking I mean that salary.
This
first fruit so
it's salary. So you take your salary, you go and honor your father. If you have a father who's still alive, and this is my first one. And the truth of the matter is that if you have a father who, of course, everybody will say their father is sensible. But if you have a father who's very sensible, he will take some part of the money and hand you a chunk of it.
So I'll tell you a story.
So
the first money I earned in my life.
Sorry, the conviction. If you have the conviction that you want to give it to your church, and not church, your spiritual father, it's still good. But I personally, I would do that.
So the first money I earned in my life, earn money was 1,500 naira. Took it home
for that supermarket.
Now you get the story.
You don't tell the story.
I became John now. I get many stories. That one you're wrong.
Now you get the story.
Took it home. Sat my popsy down. I didn't give it to him, but I just removed the money. I say, this is the money that I'm earning the first time. Obviously, if he was going to do something with it, obviously, so it's like me giving it to him anyway. So I was like, no, he's not going to take it. Take so amount from there, buy this for this person, buy for your mom, buy for me, and then bring it. And then I bought just simple drinks, and they drank, and that was the end of it. So
that was your first fruit. So
yeah, that's the first ever money I earned ever.
It's a sensible thing to do. It's a sensible thing to do because in the end, we as human beings, and this is not necessarily being religious. Being human beings, you have to realize that there's a place of, when there's a place of a father plays in your life. There's a role a father plays in your life. And mother too. So if you do that, it's honor. It's honor. The whole idea of first fruit is honor. I honor you with this.
I think even aside from this is the father mother thing. Even aside from just making sure that it is balanced. Islamically, it is actually there's a saying that your whether or not you are going to heaven is in the there's a saying is in the palm of your mother or is under the feet of your mother. Like that's the saying that whether or not you are going to make heaven is down to your
Which
mom.
Is down to the training, everything.
It means like how you treat your mom, like what you do to your mom.
Yeah,
right. So
it was apparently I don't know if it was.
I thought you guys only know how to talk football.
I don't know if it was Obafemi Martin's birthday, and Obago, and someone mentioned, at what club do you think he had his best moments? Someone said Quillox.
Quillots.
Bro,
Bro,
I don't agree.
Oba goal is always at
If
the
you did that, if you did
club.
that, bros, ID, you go not see him.
Always at the
Person don't
club.
forget birthday again.
Bro, always at the club.
I still remember the first time I saw him. 2004 Champions League.
See, no, man, you don't old, though.
You come
I
and
still
see
remember.
no
I still remember that game. They came to the to the Highbury and beat Arsenal 3-0. I still remember.
Oh, now why you remember?
Julio Santa Cruz. He was one
Yeah.
Argentine striker.
Yeah.
He scored in that game too.
T has left the group.
I still remember that game, and I still remember Bagol. He was a breath of fresh
Yo,
air. Pace,
Obago was a
energy.
firecracker.
He was a real firecracker. He was a real
I think that's the
firecracker.
best way to describe him.
I don't think he quite necessarily fulfilled his potential as a
I
footballer.
completely disagree, bro.
No, I don't think he got to the level he should have gotten
Which
in
level
terms
was
of
it?
money wise.
How far? Relax,
who they
yo.
talk money. They talk
Relax, bro.
Relax.
at the top level of performances,
Nah,
goals,
nah,
level of
person
consistency.
dey
But
Quillots, they talk say- you know attaining goals. Which goal remain?
Let's leave Bagul away. But happy birthday to him. Shout out to him, right? So I'm always on Twitter, right? And I saw someone mention said Nigerians think they work hard, right? Then they discover how hard Americans work. We cannot compete with these guys. Someone said, you first make mistake, pay Nigerians per hour.
Pay us per hour first.
You first pay Nigerians per
you
hour.
never say anything.
So this is
The
like
dead tweeting
true story,
nonsense.
true story, right? A friend of mine, Ella, shouts to her. She's global talent hunter. So she recruits, talents across the world and stuff like that. So they were paying them for overtime. So from anywhere you're in the world, if you're working for this company, you could do overtime and they'll pay you. The girl was not sleeping. Do you understand? She was like working like mad overtime, and she was making more money from her overtime work than from her normal
actual payment.
remuneration. The guy had to cut the day, say, this overtime is not going to work again.
You won't run down the company.
Like enforced rest. Like you must like Nigerians per hour.
Oh, they play.
You go run.
The company will close down.
But funny thing is that
What's that for us?
it might still work because in the end, Baba, it's easier said than done. No. If you do power, it's still very, very difficult.
My brother, I have
Person where they
worked.
come
My
out for
brother,
house for
I
this League of
have
bros.
worked.
Person where they come up for this house for League of 5 a.m.
My
Come
brother,
back by 10 p.m.
let me tell you. Let me tell
Listen,
IBK, relax.
wait,
IBK,
hold on.
forget
Let
it.
me tell
I
you
won't
why
tell
I
you
said-
my own personal
hold
experience. All
on,
this is
hold
easier said than
Hold on, Let
done.
me tell you why I said it's easier said than done. Now, if you look at the Nigerian setup of going to work, doing stuff like that is not power. At times you'll be at home and be like, I don't think I have enough strength to go to work. Just know that you're not being paid for that day. There was someone that came in from the UK and it was like, he said there was a time he was sick, I think about for a week. They don't tell him the following week, say, I guess they go work. So these things happen. In Nigeria, whether you are going to work or not, you know that they collect your money at the end of the month.
My bro,
If
my
you
bro,
give them excuse,
my
yes or
bro.
no.
This thing that you just said
don't
has been
happen
taken
for
care of.
abroad.
This thing that they're saying has been taken care of in the volume of money you take home at the end of the month. When you're being paid per hour, the money you get, and you're being paid a whole sum at the end of the month,
Yeah.
right? That thing you just said about,
I think we finally have our first
it's been
team.
taken care of in that regard. Because if you are being paid per hour, now the amount of hour where you
That's
work,
not your own,
you will
nah.
collect the money,
It's what you need.
right?
You know that thing for passing people say, I beg no beg. You know as you do wedding, you say passing around. You get
You know that the kilo big go
you gonna look.
You gonna wait.
How many day your hand? How many day your hand? You count and say, you say you don't know maths, but your maths go sharp that period.
No, your mask go
You
sharp.
have 6 in your hand. We have 8 here. So
This
you
is not
pass
go
am,
reach here.
the person say,
You go your whole out.
relax, you.
Relax, so you go your whole out.
The line go dey slow. The first
Baba.
one they move. The first one go dey move.
Until new consignment come before this one go. If you don't, no. Yes, now. It's like they are sharing small chops. You say when I sit down straight, you say just pass it.
Say, just pass it. No.
You dey look the person wey carry this small chop. You dey look the tray.
Pass waiting.
No.
Once they carry the
How about-
last one,
how
give
about
that
this one?
first person.
How
You
about
know
this
where
one
to
stays
hold.
here? Then I pass the rest.
Yes.
That's another formula.
You go pass on according to the one where they inside the tray now.
Bro, yes, now. According to what they did, the
Nigerians are
trader.
classic until he reach food. Until he reach where they share
Small
food.
chops.
You know that.
People just lose their level of
You know
concentration.
that party where we dey do for when we dey small. We say dance around the chair. You dey dance. The first 10 seconds, dance go dey sweet. As you don't reach 15 seconds,
No, wait, don't remain
you
two
dey
chairs.
look DJ hand say,
Or 3 chairs.
Why your hand dey? Why you dey on easy like that? Men go dey slow down small. And this thing is so crazy because it was such an ego trip. Like, make him say, nah, babe, come win you. You get. The thing, just playing, you say you lose, but you lose to babe. You know, you say, you let the woman beat you.
No, they always say that
Parents should stop that thing.
yeah, that time they go say, low win. I'm like, what's that?
Stop that thing. It's not great. Traumatized much. But anyway, tea is finally here. This tea actually. I think for the sake of that, we'll say Tosen, right? What do you prefer to be called, Tosen?
Anyone, tea or toast?
Tea or Tosen, yeah.
Yes.
What do you get called by your friends?
Toasting.
Tosen, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Actually, for a sec, I thought you were you're Southern. You know,
Yeah.
when I saw the T, but like I thought you were South basically.
But I'm actually South.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Edo State.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you have Tosen is
We bear Yoruba names.
Yeah,
from
they do.
Edo State.
Sometimes.
Akoko Edo. Igara.
Akoko Edo, oh.
Yes.
You speak
So-
Yoruba?
No, I speak
Igara.
my language, Igara, yes.
Igara.
Yes, it's similar to
I did.
Ibira.
Are you from Igara?
I did free trip there. I was there for about, I think, 3 weeks when we were in Lag.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Well,
So,
people
Point is,
usually
I was even surprised. There was a
students-
time we were looking for house clubs inside those villages, and they speak Yoruba. I shock say
Some people know how
So
to
these
speak
people
Yoruba,
sabi
but
this
our
thing.
official language is Igara.
I think Igara,
Purely
Ibilo.
Edo.
You know Ibilo?
Yes, Ibilo is close.
Yeah.
she said she no go know where she come from.
Now I appreciate. Now if anything,
I mean, just one show
now I
say
like
you
the
really,
physics.
really,
No, now I like your physics. At least I was able to
move
go
around. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
move
So I have a
around.
trivia for everybody, right? Before we get into it, right? Shout out to everyone who's watching our podcast. This episode is brought to you by GigaWin, of course. We're delighted to continue this great, partnership with GigaWin. We're loving the engagements, and thank you so much for making our last YouTube actually blow up. We had more than the normal amount, so thank you very much for that. And every time you watch our YouTube, please leave a like, because it's nice that when you leave a like, pretty much the algorithm sorts of like sends it out to everybody else to see it. And we saw our Ballon d'Or video blow up on Instagram, so thank you very much for that as well. Let's keep that going. So here's the trivia, right? I'm gonna start with Tosin, because of course, ladies first, right? So it goes like this: if I'm in second place, right, and you passed me, what place are you in?
Second.
Right. What do you think?
Second.
Second.
I'm actually talk him again.
If I'm in second place and you pass me, what place are you in?
And I pass you
Yeah.
second.
You know, say you no go make sense that 3 people don't talk second. Make I come talk another number. A second now.
Do you have a different opinion?
For the sake of make it for no loss, I'll say first.
How? Why?
Why?
No,
How?
of course you're messing around.
No. I would answer. I might be wrong though.
You are wrong.
Hold on now.
Oh,
The fact say you did second place.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't pass you for that second place.
yes.
I should be in the first place.
Right.
Oh,
I
chill.
should.
You serious? I mean, the joke.
Eh?
You serious like this?
You see, my problem with Kingsley na say he go carry straight face. So you know they know when they talk nonsense.
Excuse me, you serious? I mean, the joke.
No, from the onset I said make it for no loss.
Yeah, nah, he
Make
no
it like say
serious
all
now.
of us.
Right.
May no be
because
like all of us talk
I saw
second.
this thing on Instagram, and my mind won't blow actually. Like comment section, like people they no, you're first now. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like now play I been like
The person where you pass, where they second. That person will be the passer where they from. Where that one go as you pass you.
who come out.
That person where they be they from, it disappear as you.
It's crazy, man. Like, I honestly do think that, social media makes some of the best content. And what we love here is to share someone's content with you. Let's start off with what I sense is going to be a very interesting conversation, post Ballon d'Or. And everybody knows I am not like a huge fan of awards because, I don't think that
Yep.
I don't think that team endeavors should have individual awards because it's such a contrast. It doesn't make sense, right? The podcasts, we have 4 people on the table, we have 5 people on the table. Then someone says, who's the best this thing? I mean, that can work because I know he's a TikTok favorite on the podcast, and so the admin on TikTok knows that they need to post the TikTok video. Once in his picture is on the thumbnail, right?
Banger.
Banger. Once they don't put profile like this, you can also say,
You get.
we
They
want
don't
the
like
dra-
me
we want the
for TikTok.
drag. We want the drag, right? But speaking of which, right?
Find out
So-
my blood.
So
Organi-
I don't find the Ballon d'Or to be the best reflection of of a team award, what I think should be done is where you have the best goalkeeper and the best striker. That is a fair reflection. But I was just observing and how we're gonna go about this, and the thing that stood out to me was the men's coach of the year, which is an individual award, right? That's why I want to speak about it. So I'm not interested with the Ballon d'Or itself, which we'll of course speak about because IBK is here.
They carry out stuff for your neck.
Over 2.5
I was just thinking, Carlo Ancelotti won it.
Go. Huh?
Carlo won it.
Yeah, Carlo won it.
Carlo won it. But I'm thinking, did we just watch Alonso?
Yep.
last
Xabi
year?
Alonso.
That's the argument, because I thought that Alonso had an unbelievable season for a rookie coach.
Yep.
Was it not 55 games unbeaten?
Yes, 55 games unbeaten, and
Breaking the 11-year Bayern Munich dominance?
broke everything. They absolutely ripped apart everything. And for the season they had, and you have to say, he's a rookie manager. He's a manager who has not, tested the sidelines for, that was his first full season. He came in halfway the season before, and when he came, I think they were somewhere flirting.
15th.
Yeah, in the bottom half of the table, and to be able to do what he did, surely, because Carlo is Carlo. With the team he has, the achievement was not out of this world. To win the league and the Champions League with the quality they have, the experience they have, and the clouts they have in the competition.
So it's more or less, this is the expectation.
Yes.
Right.
You're meeting the expectation.
You build a house and you have a helipad, and you're surprised that the helicopter is landing.
Exactly. So that's why, and this is not downplaying what Real Madrid did. This is not downplaying what Carlo
No, he's
did.
downplaying it.
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you exactly.
How many teams have the luxury of signing £100 million?
No, me, I'm just saying
But he
that.
has explained it
No, I'm not disputing what you're saying. Me, I'm saying I would downplay it with my full chest. I'm not saying not downplay. No, I'll downplay it.
So what Alonso did, you have to certainly look at it and say, for a rookie manager, and it's very important to put that out.
Senior man,
Fighting against Bayern Munich.
The question
Yeah.
I always ask is, if not this year, when can he?
Yeah,
be
so
here?
I think
Right.
the way you have started about these awards, they don't really. I think it's also further reinforces the fact that you can't. I don't think it makes sense if you're a football person to take these awards that seriously, because if Alonso doesn't win Coach of the Year,
if not this year,
you understand? It's Ancelotti at Real Madrid with all these players, with all these people. On top of Vinicius and everybody's signing Mbappe.
which is the same thing. We speak about this on the radio all the time.
Yeah.
Myself and you, like in the Premier League, you see Manager of the Year, you give it to Pep Guardiola.
To Pep that wins it. Now in that regard,
So why
in
don't
that
you see this
regard,
way, like,
in that
maybe
regard,
the standard is the problem.
I can even still make an argument for say, yeah, you win the league, so it only makes sense to, even though we expected that you're going to be in and around winning the league at the end of the season. But in this case, what Alonso did. He won the league. I was talking against Bayern Munich. Broke every single record. If they won that Europa League final, he would have gone the entire season without losing a game.
Yeah.
How do you not give him the manager? And this is the first time. This person has done this thing at their first attempts of being a top level manager. How do you not give him the Coach of the Year?
Yeah.
So I think I'll support you, because in the end, you said something that these things don't happen every time. Someone like Alonso going.
He probably never does the same thing again in his entire career.
And it's only right that these things happen, and you have to just.
Because
You've always said that every award is popularity contest, whether I like it or not.
Of course.
And I think I want to.
There are some awards they should take voting out of.
Yes.
It should be a group of
recognition for doing
it
something
should be
extraordinary.
It should be a group of well knowledgeable individuals who would have no.
But
Yes,
You see
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think I have a different perspective.
So it should be a group of people that, in fact, with the selection that they make year in, year out, you take people out of that group and add people. Depending on the selection they make it. When they make it, I know that they are moving mad. You take out like 5 members. You bring in 5 members. When they move selection that are moving mad, you take out 10 members. Because people like say somebody don't collect money.
We cannot trust this.
We cannot trust you people going forward, because this you have done is nonsense.
Which is why the Rodri thing makes sense, and T have to come in here as well.
Yeah.
If you don't, when Luka Modric won the Ballon d'Or, right, and before him, I think Schneider should have also won a Ballon d'Or award.
Yeah.
Right.
2010.
If Snyder doesn't win it in that year, and this is what happened that year, Inter Milan were treble winners. in
And the
2010.
year they for don't lock up Messi.
There was a World Cup. That's the year they should have arrested Messi.
They have arrested him.
That's the same
Well,
year.
don't be him now.
He was-
Interpol.
They
Top-
give him a award in college. You say
I
he
think,
lock
I,
him
think, I
up.
think in Champions League was top
Lock
scorer.
up the organization.
You
Yeah,
know,
it was.
top scorer in Champions League, no? Or second, or something like that.
Snyder.
Snyder.
Nah,
No,
I
no,
think
no,
he
no.
scored in the
think-
Champions
I think
League.
he
No,
scored
not top
Milito-
scorer.
Milito was-
5 goals,
Assisted-
something like that.
assist-
Top assist in
Yeah, I
Champions
think
League.
top assist.
Milito was the
World
highest
Cup.
Then
scorer.
went to the
He was
World
top
Cup and scored like 5 goals. He was like
Holland-
second or something
Holland
top
was-
scorer.
Went to the finals. as
Went to
well,
the finals, yes.
Holland was the highest scorer at the World Cup.
So fast forward to Rodri, right? The kind of games Rodri won for Man City last year, right? And the influence he has on the team. If you don't give it to him that year, right? When can he ever have that kind of year again? Because I think that Vinicius can have another 4-5 seasons like he has just had.
Yeah.
And he has told you already, you know, I'll do 10 times better.
Nice.
Right? So were you surprised in
Yes, because first of all, it wasn't even the player of the year in the Premier League. He did not win player of the season for his club.
Premier League Player of the Year was a fraudulent this thing.
Who win, I'm a beg? Oh, fraudulent.
But it was mad last season.
No, but
It
it
was.
wasn't fraudulent. He
It
deserved
was.
it.
It was.
He deserved
My
it.
brother.
What else do you have?
His
brother,
numbers,
my brother.
his numbers,
He deserved it.
Mad
He
last
deserved
season.
it.
his numbers were
Even
absolutely
their last game against
astronomical.
West Ham,
He
No,
was-
but I think
Yeah.
she's getting somewhere that I really like.
Yes. So, they did not win the Champions League. They only won the Premier League, which is like their rights now for the last 4 years. When they won the Champions League, the Premier League, when they won the treble, even Haaland did not win the Ballon d'Or. Why are you giving it to Rodri? He lost the FA Cup to teenagers. Manchester United teenagers.
You want to bring that in?
I love it.
I see what you did there.
I love it.
So, like, why are you... see, Rodri is good. I admire him anytime I watch him play. But you cannot tell me he's the best player in the world. I think they should add this to one of Manchester City's charges.
Relax, man.
This is
Relax,
Relax, man.
I think I'm easy.
I like to
coming
relax
from a
That's what
different
Mourinho
perspective
said.
entirely.
Now, somebody they say I'm expecting my medal from that 2018 team.
Okay,
Just ask your press conference when you don't raise first through bazooka. Go give this one. Like, you know, always in the always present.
guys.
But,
So hold on. Sorry. Vinicius Jr, Rodri, Erling Haaland. Who else am I going to mention? Jude Bellingham.
Jude
They all had
Bellingham.
a fantastic season. Yes or no?
Yes.
And they all they were all nominated, which means one way or the other they deserve to win the award.
Yeah.
Now you have panel of people that vote for these guys,
No, I didn't say that me.
and we have different perspective on how we watch and understand the game of football.
Of course.
So if I decide in this house, if I ask you to award one of these players whom you think was the best player for last season, we won't have the same answers.
Yeah.
So obviously, at the end of the day, Rodri has the highest vote. I don't see why that makes it either fraudulent or the award not
And
being
he had an
credible.
outstanding year as well.
Where
Exactly.
I want to go is and you guys might agree and disagree, but you know the reaction from the players, some of the players, you know, Richarlison. I think I saw Lemina's post something like that about Vini not winning it, and a couple of other players, things like that, calling it a travesty.
Even Benzema.
I even Benzema.
He didn't call it a travesty.
He didn't call it a travesty, but you know, I can understand. I can understand
He came at
Benzema's
Rodri as
own.
well.
You know,
Yeah.
He
You
didn't
know,
come at Rodri like
yeah.
that.
Look,
well, he did. Go on.
He said if you see
Go on.
See, I can understand if you support Tosen, but that's your opinion. But where you cross the line is when you say that if it's given to this person,
Yeah,
then
that I agree with.
you know I can understand it.
That I
if
agree.
if you're friends, you understand, and there's a problem, you can support your friend. That's fine, you know. But when you see players cross the line of decency,
They
sportsmanship,
say the other person doesn't
right?
deserve
so that
it.
person doesn't deserve it.
that's
And I wonder, you know, you're thinking, why is football the way it is today? And that is the answer, right? And I'll tell you why I said that. When players like Richarlison, Lemina, and a couple of other players don't see the value of what Rodri is doing, right? A player who plays the game purely on intelligence and, you know, hard work trajectory, going from the ranks, you know, lower leagues, all that stuff, Atletico Madrid, Man City, Ballon d'Or, if the players of today, the majority of them at least, don't see the value in that and why he has won it, then it tells you why the game is the way it is today.
Yeah.
That's why
So-
you see players that are just basic football players. Like, for example, Richarlison, for example, he's a basic football player. Like, what he does is he runs and shoots. He can run and shoot. I don't see I could mention 100 players between the year 2000 and 2010 that are better than Richarlison, and they are not even like superstars.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like,
Wow.
he's not even as good
No, I
as like
agree.
players like Cameronesi, for example.
How you don't
watch football,
go from
You watch football.
no. You said what?
No,
But
Cameronesi-
You said Richarlison. Did you mention Cameronesi? Say
In
he's
the
not better
same
than
line.
Cameronesi. Wait, are you
Maro
okay?
German
It's an
Cameroonese.
insult now.
Cameronesi.
But these are
For the
players
same
that
sentence.
were not even.
If not be say you get as people for arrest you,
for the same
Cameronesi.
sentence.
Did you watch? Did you watch
Respect
this Chelsea
Richarlison
manager?
too.
Maresca.
At
I don't
Juventus?
watch him live,
You
but
do watch him.
I
You need to watch Maresca.
no Maresca na baller. I watch some of his
People like
videos.
Claudio Marquisio.
Okay.
You know what's crazy?
Let's not go far.
You know what's
This Mancini
crazy?
at AS Roma.
You know what's crazy?
The guy that used to
Cameronesi.
do the step
Yeah,
You know
over.
what's
Step over.
crazy? Cameronesi. I watched. I think it must have been the 2002. Was it the 2002 World Cup?
Yeah, he
It
went
was
to
2002. That's why I watched Cameron. You can't
Cameronesi
be
was-
mentioning Richarlison.
Cameronesi-
Cameronesi was a baller.
So the point
Was a baller that now had
The
madness
funny
too.
thing is that those players, we know is very good. That's why I shook Yubi's hand, because when you go back to those kind of players,
Yeah,
those players didn't have near
yeah.
the kind of fame people like Jorginho have.
Mhm.
And Jorginho is not a bad player.
I
but
agree.
Like
I agree.
the kind of fame, if you mention Jorginho today, he's a big name football player. Played for the national team. But those players,
He's Richarlison
were-
better than Babel.
Eh?
I used to play for Liverpool.
Who?
Brian Babel.
who's
Why you
better?
they do like this
No.
now?
He's Richarlison better than Babel.
Why you they do like this
Yeah,
now?
Babel
Babel
is
now.
ball
Who is
Why
better
you,
than him?
Why you they do like this now? What are you
Yes,
doing?
yes,
You be. What you they do? What are you doing?
Babel na spiritual problem affect
What are you
Babel.
doing? Babel.
Babel
Is
is
it-
ball.
is
it-
It's actually very appalling that we are having this conversation because
Like-
of the statement Richarlison made.
No.
And Lemina that plays for Wolves.
Senior man, no
sorry.
Senior man, no
Wait.
vex.
No,
So the point is,
it doesn't make
it's
too
very
much sense.
disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. And
You be they do aura for aura. When you be say when players do disrespect other players, he can't talk say Richarlison just have to play ball.
no, Richarlison is
That's bad for bad.
But
Richarlison play ball.
You sabi, but not that level.
play ball.
Okay, hold on.
Person no sabi and the one Ballon d'Or, make them no nominate am.
Hold
on.
They say no sabi.
Hold on.
Made them not
Richarlison
nominate
didn't
him. Who won nominated in the first place now?
He said he won Ballon d'Or, made
Say
him no
if he good,
nominate.
they won Ballon d'Or, make them no nominate am.
Who won nominator in the first place? Shebi go sabi play ball first now.
Now why in the tell now Simon I know even if it
Okay,
happen.
because say no sabi play. Okay.
No, I understand Richarlison. Richarlison is Brazilian, so it's solidarity.
I don't understand it. It's-
No, I do.
When you say when you say bye football, right? What you're telling me,
It's
right?
a stupid
is that,
statement.
is that
You can have solidarity.
You can have solidarity, but you cannot cross the line, and I think that's where.
He'd be like when you supposed to attend the after party.
You guys say no plan.
The after party.
You know what I will even say is that, like every human being, footballers, quite a number of times are big hypocrites.
Yeah.
So when someone like Richarlison comes and says bye bye football, this is the same you that played like how many Premier League games and didn't score one goal. The only argument for why you remain in the team in that period is because you bring something to the team that's more than goals. So if somebody like you now come and say bye bye football because somebody that got a lot of goals or didn't win it, it's stupid. It's hypocrisy.
It doesn't
So,
make sense.
Rufai.
No, that's
You landed
the
it.
point. But we're actually
Well done,
Rufai,
son.
Amazing, right? But more importantly, I like the turning points we are in football. I like where we are, right? Where a player like Rodri can win the Ballon d'Or.
I love it.
Love it.
Because
Love it.
you know why? It's almost like a crown for. You see, when Iniesta didn't win the Ballon d'Or, we understood because you had a monster playing the game.
Yeah.
You had two monsters playing the game, right?
Yeah.
But this is like a reward for you. Iniesta, you walk because Iniesta crawled. You understand? You're running because Iniesta walked, and because Xavi walked, right? So this is the heritage for that.
You can't mention those people in Rodri.
No,
Talking
no.
about Rodri and not mention Sergio Busquets.
Yeah.
He's
you
flying
understand?
because Sergio Busquets walked.
You understand? But also important for players like the young Pedri at the moment to see that there
And
is
young Casado.
there is a
Young
who kill
Kobe.
Casado.
See this one, body they sweet time as they mention all these people.
Yeah.
He dey tutorial.
Young Meno,
Where Meno dey?
it's
I
important.
know, so where Gavi
And
dey?
when last I see Meno sef?
He's injured. It's
Why
important-
no go
injured
there?
now.
Why no go get injury?
No.
Now
Is it-
okay, the boy with playing time.
It's important that players like Pedri see
Yeah.
the prize
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
see that it's attainable.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we watched Clasico now last week, right?
Yeah.
You know, get assist, no get goal.
Yeah.
Right? But you know who run the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand? So like we are in football, where you watch a game and you see someone put a start immediately after the game, and you say that you guys just watch the same football game.
No be the argument when I dey make
So-
for here.
so-
That day when they talk about Salah be
so-
this.
So we talk about
No be
influence.
the argument be this.
You
When
know,
I dey
so,
make.
So we
No, I wasn't there.
You were, you were there. You were there. You were there.
But how do you know that I was there?
You were there.
So we've sat on this table and we've talked about influence, you know, on
Yeah.
teams, on games, you know, who has the most influence in the team. And I always feel that the Ballon d'Or, myself and Yubi are on the same line of thought in terms of, you know, the Ballon d'Or should be scrapped totally, you know, in terms of in all these individual awards. It's nonsense. But when we talk about
You know,
influence,
scrap it. Do what if I said?
Yeah.
Remove some weird. Put some people.
when we talk about influence on teams, you know, Real Madrid, you know, in the dynamics of that football club, you know, apart from the fact that you look at the galaxy of superstars they have, you know, Rodri, Rodrigo, Modric, all these guys, they all play part to how that team functions. So it's not necessarily a one-person team. It's not a person. It's not a team that you can say if you take this guy out of this team, the team crumbles. Rodri is the player that if you take him out of his team, the team literally
Senior man,
crumbles.
I have a banging thought to
but-
support that.
Guess-
I have a banging
guess
thought.
what? I was flirting with the idea of Rodri winning the Ballon d'Or for months now, and I was convinced in the final of the Euros. Dominated the first half, got taken off out of the game, and suddenly Jude Bellingham was
What
breathing.
was again? Was yeah.
And that's when I said, this kind of influence. When you have this kind of influence on a team,
Senior man.
you have to be the
Senior man,
best player
I'll
in the
go.
world.
See, I have an important because I understand Vinicius. I have an argument
Yeah,
for
of course.
Vinicius wanting to win it as well.
And just for you going right, I just want to tell T, these guys are bullies, right?
I have to jump in. So
All right.
I understand Vinicius, and I have an argument for him wanting to win, right? But you see this El Clasico that was just played. In my opinion, like I said, I think the fault of that huge loss lies heavily with the coach. But I think that if someone like Toni Kroos plays that game, they don't lose that manner.
Yeah.
Right? So if you understand and you
Someone like
agree,
what?
Tony Cruz.
Baba,
Don't
Baba, relax. Make I finish with how they
Let's
talk.
see past you.
Don't
Make I
say
first
anything.
finish.
Someone
Make I
like-
finish with how they talk. Relax.
Don't say anything.
You have your time.
Now
You have
they
your
don't
time.
dey chop 4-0.
Baba, you have your time.
I don't die.
You have your time. If
Even
Cruz
Ronaldo dey chop
Cruz
4 or
played
5.
that game, right? They don't lose that game in that
Like,
manner.
No, you can't see that.
Hold
So
on, let
if
the
you
man
Hold
say.
on. Let it-
IBK, I promise you, any rebuttal you have
You
to what
can't
I have
say
to
this.
say,
You can't say it.
IBK,
Now
I
you give
promise
am mouth.
you, any rebuttal that you have to
You
what I
can't
have to
say
say,
this.
Can't
I have
say
a
it.
rebuttal for it.
me
So relax, you have your
Toni
time.
Kroos.
So
Wait
I mean, the
now.
one where I put for house. or
if you hear that, right, then Toni Kroos plays the same role as Rodri plays. So if you understand how important, because Barcelona won that game off of one thing. They won it off of the fact that they successfully lured Madrid into trying to play the same thing they tried to play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why Real Madrid lost. If you don't understand that, I don't know what else to tell you. So if Cruz played that game, Real Madrid don't play the same way they played that game.
Yeah.
So if you understand that, you see how important Rodri is to every team that he plays for.
So you go back to the video I made, right? And you know we're all sitting here and we're having that chat about what a player like Rodri and Cruz do to their teams. right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the video, I realized that this wasn't maybe as audible as it should have been. Is when Cruz holds the ball,
Yep.
or when Rodri is on the ball, right? And you see where he's on the pitch. What he's telling you invariably, if he is 10 paces up the pitch, he's telling you that I think that in the moment, I sense that we're the most ball secure, and it means that we can
Bro.
commit more bend forward, right?
See, eh?
When he's maybe 4 paces back, what he's telling you is that I believe that this is the moment we need to
We need
be
to
more
relax.
comfortable, we need to relax a little
We
bit
need
more.
to we need
Do you
to
understand?
we need to
So
reset.
that's influence and control.
That's
Do you
control.
understand? Right? Now that influence is exerted over players like Vinny Jr.
Yep,
Do
it
you
is.
understand? I like your dribble, but this is not the moment. What I'm telling you by me standing beside you is I want to play with you. Play with me.
Even Vinny knows,
Vinny knows.
that once road no day for front. I suppose I dey find Cruz make I give him.
Okay, but
Make
I think with this the way they do this thing, when Messi and Ronaldo were winning it, there were people that were winning World Cups. They were performing well for their team, and they were not winning this award. So now the people are saying, "Oh, Vinicius did not perform for Brazil. That's why Rodri won the Ballon d'Or." So my question is, they should, or I don't know what, they should set a rule. This is what we're following. If you win the Champions League, if you're the best player, or because this season you're giving it to somebody because he won the World Cup last year. Last season that they gave Messi. They said he won the World Cup.
yeah.
Now
That's a
you're
very valid
giving
point.
Rodri because he won the
Euros.
and
No, I think
next,
he balanced it.
So I think
So
she's
balance-
right. I think
they follow.
I think she's right because the only reason we're all we're all okay with Rodri has won is because we probably have the same thoughts about why we think he should win. We're okay with that. We're satisfied with that. It does not mean that Vinicius doesn't have a serious case.
Yeah, of course he does.
You know, because that
He does.
argument of Vinicius didn't do well at the Copa America is a stupid argument.
No,
First
it's
of all.
Yes.
not. It's
The
not.
reason is a stupid argument. First of all, the Ballon d'Or is given in Europe. It's a European award. So, and yes, every time the
It's
player
not an
plays,
European award.
It's not a European award,
It's
actually.
not. It's
see,
not.
it is a European award.
not.
The
It's not.
FIFA,
It's
the
not.
FIFA,
It's
see,
not a European award.
it's a
Best
European
player in the
award.
world.
It is the FIFA best player as award. It is because Europe is on the top of the food chain of the football world. That's why it feels like it is a world best. It is a European award.
Now.
When you
That's
say
why-
it's a
hold on,
European
hold on.
award, the consideration is not just
I'm
only
not
things that are
no,
happening in Europe.
no. That's not where my
Okay.
conversation is going. What I mean by it is a European award is essentially it is recently that they now brought out the new whatever we did it on the
Criteria.
show, the new criteria and everything. It was largely how well the best players in Europe.
In Europe.
It was,
Yes.
so you can't come now and say, and I agree that
And
if
you know,
a player
there was
is in the
time,
running,
there was a time that the Ballon d'Or was very particularly named European footballer of the
yes,
year.
yes.
I'm just
So-
gonna read out the voting criteria once more, right?
Yeah.
One, individual performances, right? Decisive and impressive player. Team performances and achievements, right?
Okay.
And the third one is fair play and
Now-
class.
Now this
Right.
is why I like. This is why I like CAF, and I always,
That fair play.
the fact that the fact
Subjective.
that it is an international tournament year has to be put into consideration. Whether
I
like it or not.
agree.
At some point, I actually thought Vinicius was going to stroll past the Ballon d'Or, but I thought about it again that this guy didn't even do so well at Copa America.
I do.
The same way I respected CAF for not including Brahim Diaz. What's this guy's name again? Victor Boniface. Because in the end, you need to
The
let
same
people
the
understand
same calf that you
football
are
is
the
not-
same calf that you are
Football
talking
is not
about
Salah.
gave
No,
what's his
you're
name?
not
Like
getting
Salah
the
was
point.
even there.
You don't get there.
when
You're not
when
getting-
Abu Trika went to the
You're not
when
getting
Abu
the point
Trika
I'm
went to the
making.
Nations Cup and killed
You're not
everybody and
getting
did everything,
you're
did
not
they give him
getting
the
point
award?
I'm making. It's balancing it all. Football is not just club football.
So
You also play for your country as well.
IBK, relax.
But-
It's
but-
like
but-
let
but-
me
but
let me
Ballon
say
d'Or is
something.
fundamentally an
You be
European award.
you get. Let me say it's like
both.
FIFA
They already said
comes.
it.
Wait.
Both international
Wait.
competitions
It's like
and club
IBK.
competitions.
Let me ask you this question. It's like FIFA coming to say this is the FIFA World Best Award, right?
Yes, brother.
And there's an African player that is genuinely in the running
Sure.
because of how well they have done with their club or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, that was what I was going to say that time. I understand that any player that is in the running, every opportunity they get to play is an opportunity for them to put in a good showing for their work. But you cannot come and tell me that what he did at the Nations Cup must be a huge factor in that Ballon d'Or or whatever award.
Because football is not just about club football.
Okay, my own is that
It is.
the people-
Guy, wait, sorry, hold on,
Yeah.
please. There are some before now. There are some period in football that you don't even really know this club football. Like international football was the main thing. Like you are going to play for your country, you know how big it is. Now they don't divert, they don't come up for international football, they go club football. Before, your international career did very
IBK,
important.
the award was started to award players in Europe.
IBK, you realize
That's what the award was started to do.
T, you want to say?
See, my own is that who gave the people that are even voting for these people?
Yeah.
How are they much better than all of us sitting here?
No, me, I know that
They
one. They are
have
not
the
better
right-
than anybody.
No, they are
Yes,
not
when
better
do they
than
have
It's
the
time and
right
chance.
to crown somebody? They should make it a public voting.
No, they should not make. They should not make it a public
vote.
voting. They should not make it public because what I've realized in the last few years is that I thought it was only Nigeria, but the number of people who get sent for the whole world.
Public vote. They go come see Boniface.
It be like
Boniface.
They don't reach 500,000.
Nigeria own. Nigeria own. Nigeria own.
As long as voting
like
is
10.
concerned, we would never get it right.
Right.
That's just it.
Right.
Yeah.
I've made peace with that long enough.
I really want us to pick up the pace and get away from the Ballon competition because, of course, tournament that is done, and we'll have to see how it happens next year.
The reaction from Real Madrid, though.
You won't run away from that one.
No,
Now
I
back and
really,
you go don't run. Use them as deadline.
I really wanted to talk about it. I thought that
Senior man.
Rufai may not agree because we've had a bit of a back and forth before. We had a bit of a back and forth before the show, but I thought Real Madrid were classless, absolutely
They've always been.
classless.
Who started this school?
And
They've always been.
and
Who is
So
the
I
judge-
loved
who
what
is the
they
judge
did.
and jury on
I
this?
loved it.
Do you
because
understand?
I feel like
I loved it.
I understand the fact that you are aggrieved, and are we
Aggrieved
not
is
supposed
what,
to
please?
be? Are we not supposed to be sportsmen again?
No,
Hold on.
so
Are we
What are
not
they
supposed to be
agreed with? That's the question
So-
I want
so
to
Are we not
understand.
That
supposed to be
Vinicius is winning.
sportsmen
why
again?
are you trying to?
So you lose a football game. You lose a football game, and then you.
I don't want to shake hands. I go inside the tournament.
Do you understand?
No, why
I
you
don't
be
want to
robbed?
shake hands.
You don't
Why
want to
you
shake
be
hands.
robbed?
No.
I don't want. Why you
Robbed
be
as well.
robbed?
Robbed
No,
that,
hold
robbed
on.
that, robbed
Why
that.
are they
Hold
going
on.
there? They only
Hold
want
on.
PR from Real Madrid. Why do you want them to sit down? You put Juveni and put
Hold on.
Vinicius.
What were they robbed of? What were they robbed
I
of?
love what they
So-
did.
Hold on.
So are you saying
Robbing my present. I'd rather do it behind my back.
Tani sister?
Robbing and say, then give you this cup. I carry and come up for your front.
They carry it from Vinicius.
How
They
now?
took it from
Who
him.
gave him in
Can
the
I
first place?
can I say something?
took
Can
it
I say
from
something?
him.
Now
Can
the
I
point is, now the point is, I feel like you could have staged the walkout on the event. You could have.
Is that not
No,
worse?
that's
No, hold on,
much
hold on.
now.
No, when
Senior man.
no walkout. I used the wrong word. You could have boycotted the event.
But that's what they did.
That's what they did.
You didn't need to put out a statement.
They should.
You didn't need to put out a statement
They were
and
asking
say,
them
Senior man.
questions.
"Oh, you are being this."
Senior
the
man.
club-
No, me, I love
Real
What did-
Madrid
what
does
did
not
the
go
statement
where
say?
we
What
are
did
not
the sta-
respected.
what did the statement
I
say?
thought it was absolutely
Senior man,
classic.
no. Senior man, what did
guess
the
what?
what did
Rufai-
the statement say?
We heard about Real Madrid boycotting the event. I think it was some hours to the event.
Yes.
That for me is very classless.
Senior man,
And
senior
it's always
man,
been.
For
senior
a
man,
club like
Senior man.
Real Madrid,
Senior man.
you could have not gone there.
Senior man.
You could have not gone there. You could have been angry
now
and say, "You know what?
because we dey call you senior man for this show. Because you see this one that
You
you're
want to
saying.
insult me.
See this one that
You
you
senior
see-
man.
You see-
Your
you-
mouth no go good.
You see this one that you're saying.
Relax.
This one that you're saying. Because make I jab you small. It be like say you dey bring Real Madrid to the level of maybe Arsenal.
Stop that.
Maybe that's what you're doing.
Yes, yes.
Stop that nonsense.
Real Madrid,
Go, no
if
kill
Real
you
Madrid were not a football club, they would probably be a state government.
They are Illuminati now. I talk them the other time now. Now Illuminati they
So
be.
I do not understand why an organization like Real Madrid, and this Barcelona fan that is sitting beside you, that knows that his club have a track record
Sorry,
of being.
If you want during this thing, leave it open. You don't open it like 18 times. You distract me.
Don't leave it open.
You
You understand?
small apple for free.
You get, and if you want open them, they open them under this thing. I'll make you leave it open.
How do rich people do it? How do rich people
Under
leave
this small
food-
yogurt.
put food in the fridge and go and sleep? Small yogurt where I get I no fit sleep until it finish.
Now, if the organizers of this Ballon d'Or,
I see things.
Wait, let me
See,
you need to learn something. You
I
need
see-
to learn something for this
seriously, there's
table.
something you guys are.
Wait,
I see
you need to
the-
learn something for this table. No be when we dey laugh, now you dey want serious. That one you gotta learn am for
bro.
here.
If you don't like, I go to court.
I see things on X all the time, but see this one. I've never
So
seen
see the-
anything that legit. Small yogurt where I get
No, you go there, go open up.
I know this.
Small fry plantain.
You don't get you go until you finish before you rest.
Make my head come down.
Yeah. Like I was saying, it's coming from a Barcelona fan that knows very well your club has a track record, a history of being a menace, a nuisance to the entire football community in Europe. You guys are actual nuisance.
You get
evidence.
Now, with how you guys have behaved over the years, now, Madrid came out to communicate their position. They don't want a situation where anybody writes a story that didn't come from them. Yes. They don't want anybody forming narratives that didn't come from them. They don't want anybody creating some sort of story. They came out and said, this is what we think and this is why we are not attending. Yeah. I do not understand why anybody has a problem with that.
Sorry.
I love
Arsenal have lost the title for the last 2 seasons. They've had some dodgy refereeing decisions.
Yes.
That's not why they lost the title.
Yes.
When we say it jokingly, but we know that's not why they lost the title.
Yes.
How would you feel if Arteta came out at the end of the season, brought out a dossier?
I know how I felt. Relax.
No, hold on, and say, this is, we lost 2 points here.
We don't need to go to the end of the season.
It would be stupid.
That game that you guys had, Arteta had that rant.
Wait. After a game.
Senior man, you don't need to wait to the end of the season.
Yes.
That game, I remember very clearly. I said it here that Arteta, I understand why, and he has a right to come and say what he said. I said it here. So it is not now you tell me that Madrid, why did they put out a statement? What is wrong?
I loved what they did. I loved
This is a perfect example.
I loved it.
How you take
I did it as a perfect example.
Because it's perfect. Now
we go tell you,
you be as a Chelsea fan, then do Juro for you.
But I don't do away now.
Calm down against Man City.
Even do against Barca.
Against Man City, this thing. Them do Juro better one.
You for use Barca because
yes, you guys did
because
this.
then I do Juro.
Yes, use Barca.
Okay. Barca do Juro for Chelsea.
2009.
Natural.
You don't say as he just did natural.
For 2009. Because Barca do you Juro win. Why you no talk say participate for the next Champions League?
Did you not see? But
you can see.
Football is different from award. It's different.
I share his sentiment though.
Yes,
and I was going to ask a question.
You live out for me.
You cannot be selecting.
Now the perfect example be this.
Where you depart.
You be live out for me.
Select Para. You be select Para.
You be.
May enjoy. So lift 2 of them.
I think we are getting this.
You agree with what you just said, Abi?
I 100.
Fantastic.
The issue here is that we are saying all this thing is because it's Real Madrid that is involved. They are the echelon of club football. We give them that one.
When back at it there.
Who would that be?
We'll come to that later. We recognize Real Madrid say club football na dey here.
100.
But that character na gutter behavior be that.
Absolutely
because
gutter behavior.
In the first place, every 29 players were nominated for this award. What makes you think you're winning it?
They can choose not to go if they don't want to.
No, wait. Let me finish, please. In what manner are you refusing not to go for the awards?
Because you can. They don't want to.
The question I should be asking is, who the hell are you to say I must come?
They don't want to honor it. They don't want to.
They don't want to.
What if you no vex? This thing where I be Eto'o, I must answer. He say
you do like.
He said Barcelona do.
Sorry.
He said Barcelona. No, I don't saw you. Sorry.
The best coach award where Ancelotti collect.
Allegedly.
And so where Mbappe collect. They'll receive the award.
He said Barcelona.
They'll collect the
That
award.
one don't concern anybody.
That's
He said Barcelona do Chelsea.
And they craze.
Relax. He said Barcelona do Chelsea.
Allegedly.
Why Chelsea no say that they participate?
Maybe allegedly.
For the next-
Everybody.
What kind of horrible example be that?
Now the perfect example be that.
What kind of horrible example?
Visible
Before you went
to the
and
blind.
joined the UEFA competition, they gave you rules and regulations
Yes.
of what's going to happen. Are you comparing that to somebody just making a will, a decision that they have a right to make? What are you talking about?
Person tell you say 30 people they nominated.
They believe they should have won. What's your problem with that? The other person think
Them
that he
must
should
be
win. And they don't get problem. And they say we know they come.
I want to go. I don't honor the award. I will not go.
I'll tell you what I think. He wants to speak into your microphone, actually. I'll tell you what I think, right? I don't believe in... half the leaks you see on social media. Oh, this guy music leak. This guy thing leak. List leak. All this kind of things leak. 9 out of 10 times the
Now then,
people
put down.
are the ones that licked it.
Yes.
course, of
And this is my
Agenda people.
this is my insight into it.
He's in the industry, so he knows.
I think that no, I don't.
Alpha, relax.
I don't think industry.
Relax.
So this is my insight, right? UEFA understand the value of Real Madrid, right? Stay with me.
Oh, I know where
Right.
you're going, UB. Oh,
They understand the value of Real Madrid, right? And they understand that they're most likely. Again, let's go back to it. I think Rodri deserves to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yep.
Right. But I can also understand what UEFA is trying to do.
Exactly.
Right? You know the value of Real Madrid. They know what they're trying to build. They know that ultimately you need the clubs to have this
Of course.
association, right? What they've realized is that this thing would be a bad look at the event. Real Madrid might react in a way we don't know.
Yep.
You get, and might mess the event up. So how about we leak it before time? It was damage control.
No, there's always been leaked.
Hold on.
But what would
What
be
the worst?
Senior man, listen to what he's saying. Let him finish.
Hold on.
Because this thing that he's saying
Who they
is
respect Real Madrid?
perfect
Did they
industry.
leak because of Real Madrid? Who the fuck is Real Madrid?
They've leaked the lists, right? And said, look, this is our way of telling you beforehand to spare you the embarrassment, right? I think
Embarrassment for trophy. But
Embarrassment what? Una don't get them.
I think-
Una don't get them. Una don't get
You
them.
don't get it.
Una don't get them.
You don't get
Listen,
it.
okay,
Real Madrid, right? Real Madrid, on the other hand, have taken the bait and said we're not going to come. Now, I believe that you cannot legislate for how people react when you do something to them.
Okay.
Right.
So what did they do to Madrid?
Hold on.
Hold on, John.
When
No,
you
it's
do
true
something-
now. I
when-
mean, I'll keep asking that
when you
same
do something to me,
question now.
or I lose a game, right? It is not your place to tell me to be gentleman.
Yes.
You
Do you understand?
Yes.
I am not feeling.
But
the-
you be,
hold on.
no, you are excusing bad behavior.
No,
It's
hold
not.
on.
You are excusing bad
Just let me
behavior.
finish.
It is
Tell me what
not
they
your
did today.
place.
No.
It is not my place to
Wait, so
tell
it's
you how
not their
to
place to
behave.
say they are not coming.
But the sports that we
Hold on.
are a
Wait.
part
Just
of
let me finish.
allows you to be a sportsman.
If
No,
just-
no,
if-
Gentleman,
no,
you
no.
cannot be
That's
a
the thing you
No.
do.
No.
Senior
No.
man talk this thing tired.
man.
Waiting Real Madrid do
Senior
now
man.
nonsense.
No.
Now
I
nonsense.
love
Una go talk
I
am
love
tired.
Una go let me
Concern
finish.
una.
Una let me finish.
I love
Hold
this.
on, hold on.
Una go talk tired.
Mike,
Now
that's why I
nonsense.
have Mike 1, right? So
I say next episode we go put sticker on top that
like,
mic.
you
Go
understand?
put
Mike
that
1.
mic 5.
Yeah, for
Actually,
this
Mike
end,
2.
right?
Natalie Mike, no be Mike.
But the point is, Real Madrid on their own also know the value.
They know their
they
value.
They bring.
as
What you wanna dey talk for here?
organization, right?
So back I don't know in value.
Hold on a second.
The same
Who
way
they- who
Arsenal-
bring
the
back
same way
that
Arsenal said
conversation?
no
Who the
their
hell
value.
know
The
you?
worst part I say, if Vini be the paper backer,
Can we put
it will make
somebody
sense
else
for you.
here?
You understand? Real Madrid are saying we're not going to allow you use our clouts. You understand? Our presence. And this thing, you know, people say, know that if you're loved at home, it's better. You are loved at home. Real Madrid know the value they have.
See, you be
So we're not going to let you insult us. We're not going to come
Even
for
as
their
you
word.
said, no value they get now.
They want
Okay, wait.
Coming for their
team
award.
of the year, coach of
You
the
be-
year.
Even
Let me-
Arsenal said
let me-
no
let me-
value they get.
Let me add.
I know they talk.
Let me add. Let me add.
If you know your value,
insult
you will
you.
react
Let me
commensurately.
add to what you just
Where the
said.
insult
Senior man,
be?
this thing is very
Where
simple.
the insult?
And
This thing
again,
is very
I
simple.
still agree that Rodri should have
This
won.
thing is very simple. You put out a list of, nominees. Somebody wins. Somebody's always going to win.
Of course.
Person go do
Baba, make I talk.
go do after party. Keep.
Say man, I become we call you senior man for this show.
You
Make I
don't go
talk.
pay event planner.
So
Now, no balance.
As a senior man.
see,
Sorry, just 1 second.
No.
Just 1 second.
Allow
As a senior man, you have been very economical with the truth. See
this is
wetin
a
wan
very
tell
heavy
you-
accusation.
See what I want to tell you before. The fact say you get right to exude bad behavior no mean say you should exude
It's not bad
behavior.
behavior.
No.
bad
No,
behavior.
seriously.
It's bad behavior.
See, that's a
Now,
bad
one
one.
second, you
If I wanted to make a point,
Now,
let's
That's
allow
a
it.
very
Now,
bad one.
put out a list nominees. Somebody always going to win. Somebody wins. It is because of, remember, almost through all the Ronaldo Messi years, there's hardly any year where somebody don't feel like say, why me I don't win? Why this person win? Wait, make I finish.
Sorry, no
But
vex.
they go
Rufai,
now.
I take God beg you. All those years where Ronaldo and Messi they followed drag this
Charlie.
thing. You think that they were not years that the one person knew that the other person
Now
would
every year
win?
they know who win now.
But they
But
still
they
they go.
Which kind of insult be that one?
They still they go.
They
They
go
go.
go.
They,
Are you-
Messi
am
don't
I-
say, this year,
Yes,
Ronaldo will
am I-
win this
am
thing.
I
But
allowed
still
to-
go there.
am I- am I- am I-
Because he doesn't deserve it.
Am I allowed to finish?
Okay.
No.
Am I allowed to
Hold on.
finish?
He does not.
So number
He's
one
not
thing
a
I'll tell.
Barca
Number
fan.
one thing I'll tell.
What's your sentiment?
Number one thing I'll tell
What do you
both
make
of
you
you.
think say Rodri no deserve am?
Kingsley,
Wait.
Because
Kingsley.
Vinicius
Number
is
one thing I'll
better.
tell both of you.
Oh
How?
my goodness.
Number one thing I'll tell both of you is that if this kind of conversation that you're having, if you want us to continue for it to make a headway, don't come and make assumption and speak on it like a fact. None of you have the fact of whether they never knew who's going to win it or not, and they still went. You don't know it. You don't have that fact. Don't use it.
now.
Do not use it. Now, let's speak on the things that we know. Let us speak on the things that we know. The things that we know. They put out a list of
lie.
people. They put out a list.
When Messi dey in house,
you
I wanted to win the is it not the 6-2?
They put out a list.
All those
I'm
people.
lies after the
IBK.
event.
Jesus
IBK.
Christ.
They will do interview with everybody.
IBK.
They
Oh,
agree
they
with
did it
Rufai.
with Messi.
We don't know that for a fact.
You lie. They will interview
Let's go.
everybody.
Oh,
You
Jim.
They
understand?
put out.
Oh,
Now,
Jim.
here's where I'm going.
Sorry. Example, right? We won the APV Awards 6 weeks ago, right? Yes. We were asked to send a thank you video beforehand, right? And say how we feel about APV and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
The same was done for all nominees.
yeah.
Do you understand? Now it is called being proactive. It's production.
It's
Yeah, of course.
production, so
Yeah,
you
you
have
understand.
it on roll
It's called
when you
planning.
it's
Do you understand?
production.
Baba, I can't.
Now,
Hold
where I'm
on,
going is
hold
this.
on, hold on.
It's
hold
just
on.
like Arsenal.
So,
Just like the final day of the season last season.
Yes,
trophies.
that's
You have
it.
to
Yes,
ask.
there's
Arsenal don't
always
go
two.
there.
Arsenal don't go do champion. Arsenal don't go do champion.
English have the one waste money. English have the one
Shit,
waste money.
yes,
Now,
they even did it.
I just imagine say after they finish the game, Arsenal no win, they don't finally come pay the person to win.
English
the
F- man.
English have
Sit
the
down,
one
man.
waste money.
See that, man? Where I'm going is simple. These people say now who we nominate with this. Somebody feels like they should have won. The other person feels like they should have won. Why are you making a case for Real Madrid? Why should Real Madrid be thinking Vinicius should have won? You are making that. Wait. Let me finish. These guys are making a case of waiting to make Madrid feel like say Vinicius go win. You are making that case. Then on the second hand, you are still making a case of why did they not attend? Why can't they say they don't want to attend? Are you telling me? Relax,
I never said it's a must
I
that
just
they
said
attend.
I just said these two people.
Okay.
On the one hand, you are making a case for Real Madrid. Why should Real Madrid feel like Vinicius should win? Why should they feel like Vinicius should win? Oh, so they don't have a right to feel like their player can win.
that's
They
not,
do, actually.
They do.
Make I finish.
But they should
Oga, make I
understand that another
finish.
person
Oga,
can win.
quick finish now.
finish.
Quick
Finish.
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 On the other hand, again, they do not have a right to
finish
decide. They do not have a right to decide whether or not to attend an award.
At what
I want
point?
you've already agreed that they're
At
going
what
to
point and on what grounds did they decide not to attend? On what grounds?
Why are you lying?
On what grounds and at what point?
They are now dropping
IBK,
statements.
why are you lying?
IBK,
If they don't go attend, why did they drop statements? Say
On what
they don't
grounds?
go attend?
IBK, you are lying.
Because
But I want to be very-
they
why-
expect them to be there now.
This thing is
IBK,
1+1.
IBK.
If they will not
Shush.
attend, why were they dropping statement that they were not going to attend hours to the event?
IBK, listen to yourself.
Oh, they for drop out 2 weeks ago.
IBK, say that
Yes.
again. No, IBK, say that again.
If they knew that they were not going to attend, why did they drop statements say they not go attend hours to the event?
Because they
Because
just found
people
out.
were asking them why
They
they were
just
not
found
there
out.
now. They had
Did
to
you
release
hear
the
what he
statement.
said?
Yes, they were going to attend.
Did you
They
not
will
hear
never
what
answer
he
that
said?
question though.
If Vinicius
Because now
was not winning,
impromptu,
they were
they
going
make
to
that
attend.
decision. Now impromptu.
That was classless.
But-
That was very stupid.
Butter behavior.
And that was
I
very-
agree.
And it was not
Anything.
It was not demure.
I have to also add that
He was not demure. He was not
Senior man,
mindful.
I have to also add that this is the same UEFA that we
He
all
was
know.
not mindful.
This is the same UEFA that we all know that they've been at each other's necks
Yeah,
with Madrid
because-
over the last few years.
Yeah.
There's already tension.
Of course.
There's that one there already.
That's why they leaked the list.
So you are now telling me that Madrid
what-
cannot decide that they don't want to go?
I'm tilting towards agreeing with
Is it not this same Ronaldo? Is it not? Can we remember what
No, man, why you always think
FIFA
of-
best?
I
Can
don't
you remember
care for
FIFA
you.
best?
So you be
Can you remember?
No,
Wait
I'm
now.
agreeing with when
I
he
do.
said it.
Indirectly, you're
I
agreeing
agree
that Madrid saw the list and chose not to go. That was why they decided not to
Waiting
go.
they
No,
see
see,
to
I
us.
agree
But that's what
with
they said. Now.
when
They said
you
Vinicius is
said
not winning and so
Real
we're not
Madrid-
going.
Hey, so
That
that's an
UEFA
entitlement behavior.
Guys,
That's
guys,
behavior of that now.
my
Not be the
mom-
same thing what they talk.
Hold on a sec, guys. My mom is gonna watch the podcast, right? And she's gonna text me why we haven't allowed each other finish our thoughts, right? So let's try and do that, right? So
Just the best. I became a lie.
sorry, mom. Anyway,
Calm
Sorry,
down,
Mom.
Joe.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
smoke today.
but the point is, for me, and this is what makes the podcast quite unique in the space, because we speak about football, but of course we speak about life more importantly. And I just think that it is important that everybody realizes the value you bring, right?
Yeah.
If I sense that I'm gonna be disrespected at somewhere,
Value,
right?
value where they
I,
talk for
I
you.
reserve the right.
I will not go.
I reserve the
Of
right
course.
to
I-
not go.
Yes.
In fact,
On that,
I'm being very, very
100%,
respectful to put
I
out a
agree.
statement and say
I'm
I
not
am not going to
coming.
be coming. So don't expect me, because look, we have 500 million pound players in our team. Do you understand? We haven't built this monster of an institution. This hegemony for you to move up. We're not Man City.
In fact, they were
Do you
very
understand?
civil. They
We're
did not mention
Yes.
the eventual
We're-
winners.
we're not-
They only said, we think our players should have won.
The
That's
award.
why we're not going.
You understand?
They stayed on their
Now-
side.
now-
Now you're
now-
telling
now-
me is this.
Real Madrid
Now-
does not go where he's not respected.
Respected.
Yes.
Now-
Rather than
No, no,
causing
no,
a
Rolls
scene there.
Rolls Royce here. I saw one person.
Yes.
So it's a disrespect that Vinicius didn't win
the
the
last
award.
That's what they believe.
The last Salah, I see somebody drive Rolls Royce for.
And you say that is right.
Hold on.
Can they not choose to believe?
I see somebody
don't
drive Rolls
understand.
Royce for Orchid Road. I say, Jesus Christ. You drive Rolls Royce for Orchid Road. They enter water, they come out. I say, Rolls Royce should call
Do
this and
you people understand?
Collect this car back
This
from the
Rolls Royce where you mentioned. Do you people understand a certain phenomenon about Rolls Royce? This Rolls Royce I just mentioned. Do you understand the certain phenomenon about Rolls Royce?
We don't
They
understand.
stopped advertising their cars on any car stand. You will never find a Rolls Royce for adverts, for viewing, for display on any car stand.
No.
The only place they put their cars for viewing is where you go and view private jets. That's their marketing strategy. They don't put their cars on any car stand for marketing. It is only
We have
for
not spent-
private jet stand.
Look,
They don't believe they are in the conversation with
The
cars.
guy who draws the line on the Rolls Royce, right?
They don't believe
you
that
need, you need, you need to
conversation
fly the guy.
Then Madrid should kuku say, okay,
haven't paid-
we don't want to involve for Ballon d'Or again.
Thank you. I was heading there.
Una dey
And
bend-
then you
una
still
dey
say they
bend
are the-
rules.
they are the
Una dey
devil.
bend rules. They talk that. May they give them. May they no collect.
What? Which rule did they
I
bend?
like wetin
Which
Richarlison
rule did they
talk.
bend? You they talk a lot of
Baba,
nonsense.
Baba,
Which
I
rule
But
did
this
they
is not
bend?
the first time they are nominating Real Madrid players and they
I don't want
lost.
to be
But
involved
they
in
were
that.
IBK,
still
which
there.
rule did they
But
bend?
this season,
Now, this is
IBK,
what I-
IBK,
Which
hold on,
rule?
hold on.
IBK,
You made mention of-
IBK.
this
Listen.
is not the first time they are nominating a Real Madrid player without them winning. But this time they say they believe they are meant to win it.
No,
and
How
they choose
now?
to.
How?
They've
How?
always
On
gone
what
even when they
metric
knew that
now?
their players were going to lose.
Analogy now. In talk say if you want, they know the those doesn't know they car lot
Yeah.
because they don't want the
In
involved in
no lie,
anything.
yeah.
If Madrid know say them pass Ballon d'Or, right later,
We no nominate
No,
us
they
again.
said this season.
No do anything. We
Eh,
know.
eh, that's
you see,
eh, eh, that's
The problem I have
fantastic.
with people
When
like
they
you,
do
IBK,
that, we'll talk about it.
The problem I have with people like you, IBK, is that you believe that I cannot be annoyed about something you did today and still be friends with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
You understand?
On this one, what you do,
You
I
I
don't like them.
Do you understand? I can.
But
This one, no.
bad. But this one bad.
Wait.
This one are bad.
In
Like,
what
wait,
book? Which rule did they break?
the
Which
question-
rule did
you
they bend?
vote- you vote
for
Madrid.
one. While you vote for today, I don't like her. You understand? And as far as the one are still there, me and you are going to remind you. I'm going to
IBK,
fight
please
you.
tell
You
me.
bring small
Which
chops
rule
tomorrow,
did
I
they
chop
bend?
Chop up.
See, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
I've
Which
told you,
rule did they bend?
How was Real
So,
Madrid
made an example.
disrespected?
Gentlemen,
I used to
How
always
was Real
example.
Madrid disrespected?
I
Now the
said-
question
I
where
said-
nobody don't
Mike
answer
one
me.
is
oh.
talking.
gentlemen, let's leave
No,
it there.
he said which rule they bend. I want to say something
No,
now.
we need, IBK, we need
Stop saying
we need
Don't worry,
to
we'll
Talk
talk
the
after.
rule
We'll
now.
talk after.
we need to leave it there
We'll
and
talk
pick up the
after.
pace,
We
right?
can do
right.
like Tengak,
Right. I want us to,
calling the board to.
I want us to go back to the next conversation, right? Which is pretty much
Fuck Man United.
I do think that United were saved by Ten Hag. United, everybody was saved by the Ballon d'Or conversation happening.
Yeah.
It sort of like took off the made them flounder the radar because of course, and that's why you realize that Real Madrid are so big, right? So of course,
Like me, Arsenal say they need to go Ballon d'Or. Fuck
who
yes.
concern us?
Why you they always call Arsenal? See, Thunder will strike you one of
Think
these
concern
days.
us, concern-
This small thing, Arsenal.
You say you don't want-
You go choke, oh.
If there was no they happen for England.
And guess what?
They don't feel get mad
I think
for
Wale
them
would
now.
know, right?
Saka will be in the conversation in a few years.
Play the
I
Pep
want him
video.
to be there.
The Pep video. Pep said, if they don't congratulate us, no wahala. They come, no wahala. They shake our hands, no wahala. That is the mindset you should have.
Exactly.
I'm serious. Like, we win an award. You don't want to congratulate us? Fine. You congratulate us, better.
I lose a game. I say no. I'm angry. I walk down the
understand?
jersey. He says it's on Sportman. Like, what the hell?
You understand?
Anyway,
Anyway,
can't they tell? They say, look at me when you're shaking.
Yes.
you can't legislate for that. You are passing your own
Bro,
prerogative.
you people, this person where they talk, but when we they play ball back then, me, I'm saying, I don't know about you. Oh. Once we enter the field, we can leave the same house. My brother knows. Once we're opposite, I go kick you. And I
Come
don't
on.
care about it once we're on the
Come on.
field.
But let's
we
pick up-
lose game because I
Let's-
don't shake you. So
Let's
I'm
pick up
a
the pace. Let's go
sportsman,
to
like, what a key sportsman.
a topic that Tosen would love very much, and to God be the glory. Great things he has done.
Yes.
So loved he United that he gave us Ruben Amorim, right? And
Now
Ten
don't
Hag-
start.
Ten
Just
Hag-
start
Then
to-
now don't
You know,
start
say
now.
you remember that time I talk about license.
him laugh.
Remember how?
my brother. This is a new dawn. In a new dawn, we celebrate.
I love it.
And we eat
It's not that they swing my leg.
We're eating good now.
New Don called
Right.
Don Money.
We have finally not just a manager, a very handsome man.
Oh,
See,
Charlie.
please.
Yes.
Take it away. What do you make of it?
Very handsome coach. Let me just put it out there.
elite manager.
But I'm not
Never
going
see
to lie. I
license,
don't
so-
have high expectation. Because when
You're-
Ten Hag
Very
came,
traumatic.
when Ten Hag came, he told me that eras come to an end, and I was so pumped.
Those he
I
he
thought-
call you.
I
No,
beg.
he said it.
He said-
in his press
Amorim
conference.
should rehearse his lines, first lines first. I beg. Don't speak about
He
any
said-
era.
He said, City, Liverpool, eras come to an end.
Yeah.
So I had high expectation. First season we finished, was it third?
Third, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
with a Carabao Cup. I was like, wow. Next
Useless
season,
cup
we're
like
winning.
you called it this day.
Makes sense. Cup.
I was like, oh, we're winning maybe the Champions League next season, Premier League. No, I
Or the
actually
FA
had
Cup.
high
You get mine,
expectation.
though.
Yes. So with Amorim coming, is unbeaten this season in
Yes.
Portuguese League.
Portuguese League. So I don't
You're
have
gonna
high
beat Amorim for
expectation.
league.
No,
For Premier League.
he's a good coach. He's very young. He's still learning.
Yeah.
But before, I'm somebody that will be like, oh, let's give the coach time. Even when Ten Hag misbehaved last season, when he won us the FA Cup, it's like my head's just turned upside down. Forgot
Talk about
everything.
Fire
I
this
was
man.
like-
I don't agree.
I was like, let's give him time. Let's see what he can do due to injuries last season. So me, I am no longer giving anybody time. If you come to Manchester United and you're not performing well, I'm not asking
the
her
fuck
that
out
wait
of my
for
club.
next season. I'm not asking her that will say, oh, next season, let's see what will happen.
So how
Yes.
long are you giving Amorim?
This season. To me,
you are sure.
it depends
This
on
season,
what he
Alpha,
does.
relax,
If
oh.
he comes and let's say we get to maybe semi-final or final of the Europa League, then in the league,
And
I
lose.
see we did better in the league. Maybe we're like fifth, fourth. I will give him time.
Right.
I genuinely,
But
I
if-
genuinely always feel like you must give a manager at least 2 full seasons, at least 2. Let him. Now it's different for him now because he will potentially be coming in full halfway into the season.
Yes.
So I don't think you can judge him that much with this season.
Do you
So
genuinely
what if
believe
he
or
comes
I-
and he
I-
start losing games?
No,
all from Arsenal's
Like
point
Ten
of
Hag,
view?
maybe
they
play
won't start.
6
They
games.
won't-
What does Arsenal go to do?
they will not lose games.
they
You
will
can
not
be
care
sure of
now.
one thing. You can be sure of one thing. The little I've seen of Ruben Amorim's team is
Yes.
they're very, intense in terms of how they play. He's one of these modern managers. But whether he has the skin for the Premier League, because it's not just what Ten Hag struggled with. Wasn't just football on the pitch.
His mentality.
He struggled with managing the press.
Yeah, struggled with magnitude of the
See,
club.
He struggled with just the sheer pressure of the football club. And that's not something that anybody... Man United, for me, is just a very different club from a
Yeah.
lot of clubs.
Man,
Yes.
man,
So-
I don't know why.
You
Club,
be-
other clubs they normal. When you choose to
go
be
to
abnormal.
when you go to Man United, that's why people like when you see people like Mourinho come into the club and they have issues, Van Gaal. These are top managers. These are managers who have been at big institutions. They know what it means to be at that level. So you know that there's really something in the fabric of the club that if your skin is not thick enough, you will struggle. So
Senior man.
I'm looking at the manager who's coming in and knows exactly what he wants to do. I would have thought that the manager United would have gone for would be Thomas Frank. I think Thomas Frank is a top
Never.
manager.
I would.
I think
see,
Thomas Frank is.
No.
I think Thomas Frank is a top
Never.
manager. He's a top manager at a small club, and what he's managed to do, because we've seen managers bring clubs from Championship, come flatter and deceive, get excited, yeah. But with Thomas Frank, there's something he does, the stability he brings to the football club.
Senior man.
This was how you
They
guys
say
sold
something
Graham
about
Potter to
Potter. About
Chelsea.
Potter,
Wait,
I
senior
don't
man.
want
Exactly.
any
Senior man.
English manager at Manchester United.
Potter is English.
Senior man.
I don't rate an English
Senior
manager.
man.
Thomas
This
Frank
man,
now from
Thomas
where?
Frank, now from where? Is he from?
Is he
from
English?
Denmark?
He's from Denmark.
Is Danish? Is it?
Yes, now.
English is so. I thought it was
I thought it
English.
was English.
I thought it was
Can you
English.
see how?
too.
Oh, he's
Can you
Danish.
see how Danish clubs and boys are
Can you see
everywhere?
hair?
So
Say now,
They can't
Benin
see
Republic.
hair.
No,
they don't
see
get
hair.
hair like that for England.
No, no.
They wait, they see that guy hair.
I don't see David Beckham.
Scandinavian hair.
He's just
Beckham
different.
transplanted his hair. Are you whining me?
Yes.
They don't have hairs like
Beckham
that.
did the transplant.
Now it don't be hair even.
They don't go talk something else.
You see, first I think it's an appointment I agree with United on because everything we know about Thomas Frank now is potentials. He has done well at a club like Brentford, but when you're talking United, and I'll start by saying the first report I saw about Ten Hag being fired, I can't remember the platform now. The headline was the biggest club in English football needs a manager. That's the headline. So we're talking about Real Madrid. In England, that's Man U.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as a coach, what you're coming to do is a lot more than we
Just-
train today, we play match tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot
Yes.
more than that. And I suspect, you remember, if you guys remember, at the start of the season, I said United should not have extended Ten Hag because he won the FA Cup.
Yeah,
It
you
was a
said
wrong
so.
move,
You
in my
said so.
opinion.
But you can understand why
You can understand,
they
you can understand why he
Yes.
did it.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I suspect that I think it was the Athletic article. I haven't read it because I don't get subscription.
Rufai.
But I
Pay
suspect
subscription.
that around the time where they were actively looking to replace Ten Hag at the end of last season,
Yeah.
obviously they've looked at a lot of managers. And you mentioned at the time, they brought in Van Nistelrooy. You know, we thought if this man goes, Van Nistelrooy takes over. We're thinking he takes over on a permanent basis. But I think that around that time, they were looking for a new manager and then decided, let's stick with Ten Hag and give him a few. They've looked at a lot of managers. They've looked at the squad that they have. Amorim was always high on that list since then.
Yeah.
Always. And if you consider the team that they have now,
You know,
Amorim plays with a
he
three at the
was
back.
also on the
Man City.
list, Liverpool's list.
Liverpool,
Yes,
Chelsea.
yes,
He
yes.
was. You remember
Liverpool,
it was
Chelsea.
Liverpool, Chelsea, even West Ham. They said he came and had a meeting with West Ham.
Yes.
So he has always been high. You look at the team United have now. He plays with a three at the back. The immediate worry would be they let Ten Hag continue. They bought a few players for him. Does the team, you know, is it the kind of team that he can play with? But he plays with three at the back. I think three at the back now with United,
Be great.
you go into stability immediately, some sort of stability. So I think it is an appointment. And when you talk about Thomas Frank, United also said they looked at the guy who has won league titles back to back.
Yeah.
Even though with Ten Hag it didn't work out, but it is important. I agree with that statement that we went with this guy also because he has tasted winning. Yes, he was in the sporting whatever, but at least he has won.
Yeah.
And we decided to
It's a
go with someone that
mentality.
has won.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. Right? So,
So
I
I'll tell you what, right?
Ten Hag won the house.
I'll tell
think,
you
now
what.
what I thought say,
Ten Hag won a couple of things, right? But for me, the decision to leave Ten Hag at the end of the season last year, I naturally my instincts would have fired him, you know, even before the FA Cup final. But when he stayed, you got to look at the logic behind him staying, right?
Yeah.
The new guys are just coming. They've analyzed the club for the last 10 years. Managers don't work because there's no structure around them. So let's give this guy a chance to work with the structure.
Yeah.
And he had
Right.
lots of injuries.
Had lots of
last
injuries.
season.
So it only made sense. So I don't agree
It would
with
have been
the-
very unfair,
it would have
to
been
be honest.
very
Yes.
unfair, right?
no, me,
right.
I know I agree.
Right.
No, it would have been very unfair. I mean, the
think
first
that-
person
I
will
didn't
come-
agree with it.
I think
I
that-
agree
first
with
person
it.
will-
With even
You be
when
no
you
vex,
are
I
not-
just continue. You continue.
when you are
Why
not that
I didn't agree with
Illuminati
it.
No,
club.
it's fine. It's gone already.
I didn't agree with you with only one thing. As far as I'm concerned, structure, no structure. And I said it that time that this Maresca just signed now. If he should finish this season with minus goal difference, fire him now. That's the only reason I didn't agree
Yeah,
with it.
good.
That's minus goal difference.
that's
minus
United.
That's a good
Nah.
metric. That's a good metric because the aim of playing football is to score goals, right?
Nah.
And in a game, in 90 minutes, you should score more than the opponent to win, right?
So when you finish with,
So when you finish the whole
with
season,
minus,
the minus go different.
no.
You have lost season.
considered more than you
Consider
scored.
more
Than
than
you
you
scored.
scored.
For a club that,
so
For a United,
you have defeated
Nah.
the purpose of playing football.
Football,
So
no,
for
it
that
makes
reason,
sense.
that's actually dire. It's dire.
very good, right? Go for it.
And the thing I had, my biggest issue with Ten Hag, it was not us even losing the games or the way he was playing, is his mentality. We got a point against Porto and Fenerbahce,
And he
this
talks it
man
up.
said it is okay.
He talks it up.
He said it's a difficult
it's
game.
ridiculous.
That, like
Good- good
every
point.
time you lose a game, he said the sports game that one is not a game to him. That they gave us
That he
an
wrote it
unfair.
off.
Yes, he wrote it
What do you mean
off.
write it off?
You're supposed you are the coach of the biggest club in England.
What do you mean write it
should
off?
not accept
You get-
mediocrity. See,
when-
we're not
when-
where we were
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
10 years. But you should
But it
not
doesn't
bring our
mean-
standard down.
So
Because
you-
what-
let me finish. Let me
and
finish.
it's a
Let me
brilliant
finish.
point because when you come out to the media and say, "Oh, we've gone to Porto, we've gone to Fenerbahce, very difficult grounds, and we've drawn,"
Yes.
what you're telling me is you're okay with we didn't lose, and somehow it translates to the players.
Ten Hag should be an
Yes.
Arsenal manager, though.
You know, there's this video of Arteta
He will work
that
well.
you know earlier days at Arsenal where Arteta, brought out a bulb. He said the light bulb. Thomas Edison, invented the light bulb. He said
that is
They're supposed to
You know,
have for that.
he said he brought the bulb, he plugged it, and light came on. He said Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but the light bulb on itself does nothing. He said, I want you guys to go out there and connect with the fans. Once you connect with the fans with your performance, the light will
Now
come
make
up.
you go bring pickpocket before
That's why
Liverpool game.
the
They skip it
Emirates, the Emirates is now a real fortress when you come.
Yeah.
Because there's a real connection between the fans and the
Yeah.
players.
Yes.
When I hear a manager come out and show that level of mediocrity, what you're telling me, you're transmitting that energy to the players.
That is
That's
okay.
why the
That's okay,
players.
yeah.
That's why the players can. Some of the players in their mind, they may not say it. Some of the players
They
who
will
are
not say it now.
top players in their head, you look at them, you see people like Casemiro, who's won a lot. You see
Yes.
people like Bruno, people like Højlund, who are very driven.
Yeah.
They may not say it,
Yeah.
but they know.
But
this
they're not-
man's-
their
this
level
guy's
is going
not-
on.
Yes,
to
that's why I
speak
had
about-
issue with Ronaldo.
You mentioned Bruno, right? I want to speak about Bruno just before we leave it, right? And over the last
Bruno, my guy.
over the last 10 years, United has been a graveyard for top players.
Yes.
Right. So you bring a top player in from first season, second season,
Yeah.
then they crash. You
Yeah.
understand? Now, I don't know if you've seen the analogy where you have a vitamin C in my cup, and it's full. And you open the tap, right? Onto this cup. Over time, you will see the content of this cup will start going away, right? It was a full, highly concentrated vitamin C cup. Over time, you see, you become more yellowish.
Yeah.
It
Becomes white.
pure white,
Don't
right?
slow down.
It's also an analogy in healing, right? Healing doesn't happen one time, but it's also the same thing with United players that have come in. Di Maria, Falcao, all these great players. They have the first couple of games great because that's what they have not taken information on yet,
Yes.
right? They've come with this is I know ball.
Yeah, they've not
Then they
taken
start
what's...
coming to here and they start feeding off the energy dressing room, all that kind of stuff. The point I wanted to make is that I think Bruno will be the most happy that Ten Hag is gone, right?
Yeah.
Because Bruno was on the verge of being broken. Like,
Yeah, he was.
like it was almost like the straw is almost going to break the camel's back,
Yeah.
right? Came in and Ole, look at his numbers. First season, 29 goals
Ridiculous.
30-something goals and assists.
and assists. Second season
Ridiculous.
declined a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Third season declined a little bit. Last season was the worst, right? This season, he hadn't scored a goal until last night, right?
Scored 2.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
Yes.
As in,
So you
the
can
goals
tell.
last night was his first goal
Was
for
his
the
first
season.
goal for the club.
So-
You
so-
understand?
I beg,
Wow.
I
So
don't
the
make
camel's
contact,
back,
I beg,
right?
I
I'm
beg.
on something here. Was almost broken, right? And it's funny because I think that words are incredibly powerful, and that's why we must always say, what we want to happen to us. International break October. Bruno speaks about Amorim. Speaks about Amorim. Just what do you think about this guy? He's a great manager. I think he'll work in the Premier League. He'll be great in the Premier League. But I mean, it has no correlation. But you see how the universe
Maybe
sort of
he
like
does. Maybe he
or-
does.
or maybe he does.
Maybe he knew something.
Maybe he
we don't
does.
know.
Or maybe it
You know?
does. But to leave it, to finish what IBK goes is, I think the Amorim hiring is driven by football conscious people.
Yes, I
Right.
agree. I totally agree. You will see now that the signings will be different.
Omar Berrada, I watched the Man City, All or Nothing documentary.
Yeah.
GK. And a guy I focus on documentary is Omar, right? He's a silent operator where he talks, the way he's in the background. But when you see him in the board meetings, the way he's speaking, he's very thoughtful, thinking about stuff. I sense that is signing that he said, you're looking at Southgate, you're looking at Thomas Frank, you're looking at all these guys.
Oh, you looking
Can
at
I turn your
Southgate,
attention?
that one was.
Can I turn your attention
looking at
to
Southgate.
this guy? Take a look at him, right? And let's speak about him for a bit. If you don't like him, no holla.
IBK, you want to make a
But
point?
I'm the CEO here.
Because
right?
I want to jump in now.
So basically, Omar said, take a look at
That
this
would
guy.
be nice. For one.
Liverpool were on the brink of hiring him. And when people speak about the 3 at the back thing and make it a force, Liverpool are successful already.
Yeah.
You have Shakara money,
Yes.
right? I can say, you know what? I don't think I want to come and change my system because we've been successful already. Same thing with Man City. You understand? United don't have Shakara money. Do you understand? So if not 8 at the back you won't play,
Complan.
you go win.
See,
Come on, please.
see, you be.
That's it for me.
I think we have gotten overexcited with all this because
There's no overexcitement.
Nobody's
You listen to
excited.
what they said and you said
You
overexcitement.
say anybody pop champagne for you?
in the end,
can you listen to everything?
We'll still go back to what we've been saying.
And by the way, by the
and-
way, when Flick was signed, I told you he was a good manager. You didn't believe me.
And
Yes,
the thing is,
you,
and
you,
no,
you,
but-
you.
but-
I admit first,
I
admit
never
first.
said Flick was not a good manager.
You said it.
You said it.
I better go check my tweet now. Man, I don't they talk all this
So
kind.
senior man they lie. So senior
Why
man
you
they
no feel
lie.
like
I
in the
didn't
god?
What you cause me and tweet now? Here we dey talk.
See,
They look
see,
for
you were there.
You know what?
You were there.
You were there. I was there.
I was there.
There's one thing about United that maybe everybody knows. United is a proper big club, a club that has clouts.
Traditional.
And I've always said it that my own belief is that there's a reason coaches like Ancelotti went back to Madrid and became so successful. I feel that what happens with club like Man U is that you need a manager who has mad antecedents. To be honest, like
Been there, done that.
mad. When I
tried that,
Been there, done that.
Example of who's available now.
mad
Yes,
antecedents.
there's nobody
now?
available.
is there anyone better,
Baba,
bigger?
calm down first. Hansi Flick was available.
But Ten Hag was. They were talking now that they find.
Now.
Now that we
my,
did
my,
it now.
my point. I'm not saying that Amorim is not a bad coach or he's not a good coach. My point is that I still believe that he still doesn't have that, that thick skin to be a Man United.
Well,
That's why
you are
we
not
said
wrong, but you
no.
also don't know that.
I
yet. You don't know the guy.
I fear that
It's
it might
like-
be. I fear that it might eventually be consumed the way.
Your
Ten
fears
Hag-
he
are
will
valid.
leave.
Your fears are valid.
I have a point
Your
to
fears
make.
are
He will
valid.
leave.
We send him away.
So
We look for the next
keep
one.
doing
Yes.
the
Your
same
fears
thing
are
over and
Yes.
over again.
valid.
Yes,
But it was
till we get
but
it
it was
right.
like, and I'm not comparing the
I mean,
magnitude.
I'm no longer
I'm not comparing
Do
the
you know how
magnitude of the
do you
club.
know how many coaches Real Madrid have hired and fired?
Do you understand?
3 million.
like Real Madrid don't believe, right, that the best organization in the world should go second in a league 2 seasons consecutive.
Yes.
Real
That's
Madrid
not what
fired
we do here.
a
So
German
who do
coach.
they hire?
In 1998,
Do they hire someone
listen,
from
hold
on.
Portugal
In
or they go hire
1998, Real
someone from
Madrid
Ajax?
won the Champions
So
League.
who
They
do
hire
you want
someone
us
that
to
has-
hire?
that has-
Who do you
that
want
has
us to
mad
hire that is
CV.
available?
I give me one person.
I said Flick was available.
He's in
You could have
Barca
done
now.
that.
That
He's
was
in
okay.
Barca
No,
now.
you're not getting my point. My point is
Say
that I'm
I
not
was
saying
doing
that
well
they made
when
wrong
Flick
decision.
was
My point is that
available.
there is a reason.
IBK.
There is a reason clubs like Madrid would rather wait
But
and go
Flick
for.
is
You
not
are United
available
CEO.
now.
He's not
Who should they
available.
sign
United
now?
CEO. Who should United go for now?
Yes.
That has great CV.
Do you know that there were
Hold
times
on
when Real
now.
Madrid hired
Ini.
managers who were not really popular?
Ini.
You know,
Yes.
Madrid
Ini.
hired Lopetegui.
Yes. Madrid
Yeah,
hired
I
Lopetegui.
Who was Lopetegui before?
Pellegrini,
we-
because they don't hire
Who was
Pellegrini
Ben
at
Schuster?
top.
Who was Ben Schuster?
Ben Schuster.
Lopetegui, how many months he used for the job?
Hey, but they hired him now.
Ben
But they
Schuster
hired
won
him.
the
That- Is that not the
Champions
point?
IBK, you're not hearing
Ben
yourself.
Schuster
How many
won
months
the
he used for the
Champions
job?
League in 1998.
My point is that
Madrid fired him
there's
the
a
next
reason
season.
Madrid are getting results with.
That's why I'm
with-
asking.
because
Let's
we
say
fire
who
him.
is
No,
available.
IBK.
But
No,
do you also-
no,
Who
you
is
will not.
available
No.
now? There's nobody
In fact,
available.
do you know that Real Madrid also had a time where they were getting it wrong with managers?
Yes.
Before Mourinho came,
Yes.
steadied
That
the
was when
ship.
Barcelona were using them.
Do you
to
know that
trade
there was a
this
time that Madrid, Barcelona, they carry Madrid, they wipe
Yes.
But they see they win something.
the win waiting. Do you
Win
know there was
waiting.
time Madrid?
Oh, they winning.
They never got past. They
Nah,
didn't get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League for about
Champions League
5
be the
years
issue.
plus.
They were still winning
They were
cups.
not winning.
Hold on. IBK, when I speak to you, I need you to speak with perspective, right? La Liga now is not La Liga 10 years ago.
Of course.
La Liga 10 years ago, if Madrid doesn't win it, Barcelona will win it. You understand?
And Barcelona were
Yes.
winning it more.
More than Madrid.
time than
And
Madrid.
hold on,
I
hold
said
on.
then they were
Hold-
still winning.
Hold on,
It's not as
hold
if they
on.
were going.
Hold
They were
on,
going.
hold
They were
on.
going years without winning.
Hold on.
Under
hold
Ole,
on,
we're
hold on.
qualifying for top
Hold on.
4.
Why would you even go from Madrid? No, they hire top
if
managers.
Barca don't
Oh,
win,
they
who-
hire them, but they fire them.
Back in the day, Barca don't win, who will win it?
Is it the league?
Yes.
No. It's Challenge Cup.
Valencia they win.
When is the last time Valencia won the league?
That was like 04, 05.
2002.
2004.
It
2004.
was 04. It was 04.
Right.
Benitez.
Since then, who else won it?
Madrid, Barca.
Madrid,
Like
Barca.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid a couple of times.
What data is telling you
2 times.
is that if nobody this guy do am, this guy go do am. Do you understand?
And they are both competing for that top spot. So when Madrid don't win, they
Same
be like,
thing
yo,
with Man U
why?
then too.
Simple as that.
Same thing happened with
Hold
Man
on,
U then too.
hold on.
Sure,
No,
you know.
if Man City don't win the league, hold on.
No, same thing.
If
This
Man City
period
don't
where
win,
you mentioned.
hold on.
Answer question
Answer
first.
question. In the last 10 years, if Man City don't win the league, who's gonna win it?
United.
Last
You
10
lie.
years.
Last 10 years.
You lie.
Last 10 years.
Yes.
10 years.
You lie.
The Man City don't win it.
I
Chelsea.
think we
Since
We are done.
2014, have we won
Chelsea
any
and
trophy?
Liverpool.
We've
Man
not won
City.
Premier
we have
League.
our answer. You want to say something?
Okay, last 12 years, not 10
Hold on,
years.
I had a point to
In
this.
last 12 years.
Last
if
12
Man
years.
you don't win the league, if Man City don't win the league, who's gonna win it?
Man U. Fergie left 2013 now, so
Hold on. The last 12 years, if Man City don't win the league, who's gonna win it?
United.
United. You lie as well. Because guess what? Chelsea won the league.
Won the
Yes.
league last 2017.
In
Liverpool won it as well. In fact, Liverpool were contenders
if
for
Man
like
City won
5
last
years.
year, Arsenal would have won it.
Yes.
Right? Leicester won the league
In
in that 10-year
2016.
period.
Yes.
So what you are failing to blatantly admit, right, is that this is a more competitive environment.
Yeah,
so
of course.
it's not either this guy or that guy.
Or that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not.
Understand? So winning is not possible. Do you understand? Not winning is not as dire as in England as it is in
Not be this league. Pep come play on. You don't win one trophy.
Don't win one trophy. You understand?
The only
It
time
never
it's happened
happened
in his
before
career.
His career. So the point I'm making is that United might just adopt the other model. Rocky said, "Look, if you're looking for loyalty, go and get a dog.
Go and get a dog.
Go and get a dog. Do you understand? We bring you in. These are the objectives. Can you do the job? This is why Nigerians are Nigerians.
You don't understand. My own is even.
Let him say.
If there's a top manager, if there's a top
It's a-
manager that has
it's a
a
good
long
day, 8 years.
season,
Today 8 years.
you understand? My own is even if there's a
8
top
years doing what?
if there's a top manager that has a long CV available, and United feel like he fits what they are trying to do. I can't get that, and that's why we're asking the question. You are talking top manager with long CV. Who is available
Come on.
now for them
Now.
to get?
Come
and
on.
guess what?
Baba, make I
You
boss
see,
straight.
you see those top managers.
Make I boss straight. Madrid told
Very-
Everton that they needed Ancelotti.
Oh
Ancelotti.
my God!
You
Yes.
can't compare
They went for
Ancelotti.
Ancelotti
Let's
when he had a
let's move
job.
on to another topic.
You're not getting my point.
Everton that
They
can
went-
pay
Bibi.
Ancelotti. and
They went for
tell him to go
Ancelotti
to
when he
Madrid.
had a job.
Let's move on to another.
When he
topic.
had a job.
I think the issue here
Moving
is,
on, moving on.
He went for
gentlemen.
Ancelotti
what
when
we
he
are
had a
supposed to be
job.
discussing here is the mentality.
Mike one.
mentality of
Eric Ten Hag.
okay.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
No. I'm not taking you back.
He's in
I
the
just want to
past.
give you an instance. When Pochettino was still at Chelsea, I kept telling you, I said, I would rather have a manager who hasn't really tested anything. But here, he's serious about wanting to be successful.
Yes.
If Pochettino loses a game, the excuses are countless. The players are still young. They are trying to adapt. Maresca has never said that. Even when they win, he tells you that, yes, we did well, but the team needs
But
to
you are
improve.
wrong about Maresca not being said that. Since the day they brought him, Maresca first put him in front. So nobody in the board told me that we have to be in top 4. He told me that we're in the process.
That one na
and
mind
since
game.
that
Don't
time,
worry. See,
since that
that
time,
one na mind
since
game.
that
Has he
time,
ever
he has
said
also,
it
since
again?
that time, he has also, yes, he has said it multiple
No,
times.
I've never
bet
had.
money.
No, hold
we bet
on.
money? Since that
Wait,
time,
you
also,
come
he has
from
also been
championship.
saying,
Person tell you make you carry this club enter top 4. You go.
you know, go
go
since
agree
that
now.
time,
You go
since
agree
that
that kind
time,
of
since
nonsense.
that time, he has also
For
been
this
saying, some of these clubs, they have one manager for 7 years, 8 years. We are not ready to compete with them. He has said it multiple times.
Yeah.
The funny
So
thing
what are
is
you
that
saying?
in his head,
Interview.
he's competing for the top 4.
Pochettino's
Yes.
first
So
interview.
nobody has told him
Do you understand?
you have to get into the top 4.
Yes.
Senior man. Senior man.
You hate Pochettino too
totally-
much that you
No.
bring him into a conversation
No,
and you don't
no.
even have all the
Guys,
parameters.
wait.
on this table, I totally
Oh,
agree with
God.
the idea of under-promising and over-delivering.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
If that is your model, and I can see it clearly, by all means do it.
Yes, now.
Do you understand? Do it by all means.
Jose came in 2015 and
What
said,
Maresca
no,
is
we're not
doing
ready.
is-
We're small car, Fabian Collar.
Yeah, what my
What are you
is doing
saying?
is under-promise, over-deliver.
Over-
Oh, we're gonna send your package to you.
No, but the season is
In-
still early.
and
You
you
never
be
over-
We're gonna send
never
your
over deliver.
You'll be in 45 minutes.
Kingsley,
Now those
Kingsley,
nine
please,
games, nine
on
games
this
over
table.
They are
On this
part
table.
of the
9 league
EFL
games,
Cup.
Southampton are relegated already.
Senior man, no vex. Kingsley, on this table, you see this your Pochettino Maresca arguments. I'm gonna make this last point. And please let it die on this table. You can do it elsewhere.
If you
Please.
talk again, I go slap you.
Please, when Maresca gets 30 to 40 injuries in a season, come and speak to me about his performance that season. Before then, don't bring this comparison on this table again.
See,
No,
Rufai is
tell me
getting
about your
wrong.
mentality
No,
when you have
no.
30, 40 injuries.
See, you're getting
Please,
me
let's
wrong.
move
Bro.
on.
You're getting me
Right.
wrong. Have you all considered that Ten Hag had a lot of injuries last season?
I don't know if
Did they all
I don't
consider
think
that?
so
This
today,
is
but-
going
Did they all consider last
Why
season?
we even allowed him
That's why we allow you
to
stay.
stay now? But this season is still the same. You have to
You
leave.
get?
How many
In fact-
players has been out of the team
Ten
this
Hag is
season?
on-
Does he have his full
Ten Hag was
squad
on-
this
Once
season?
you have full squad, you can have 10, 9.
He's talking
he has
about
9,
injury.
10.
He's making excuses for
It's his
Pochettino about
mentality.
injuries.
That's
I've-
what I
I've
keep
said this
saying.
thing.
Now
Not
here,
just
now
losing.
here.
I've said this thing.
Yeah.
I've said it before.
Whether you have injured players or not.
Ten Hag needs to go and learn how to coach again. He needs to learn afresh because when I see his team, I see Kieran McKenna. I see Kieran McKenna at Ipswich.
Pochettino go
Doesn't
play
have
two
the
as-
players,
as,
clearly.
left winger.
Doesn't have the players, doesn't have the quality clearly. But when I watch Ipswich, I don't know who I told recently, I dread watching United's games under Ten Hag.
Yes.
I dread it. If I'm torn between two games on different channels and I want to watch a game that excites me, I'd rather go and watch an Ipswich or Brentford. Because the manager clearly does not have an identity. You cannot be at the club for 2 years and the semblance of this is how he likes to play has not shown in 4, 5, 6 games. That's why I say you need to go and learn
Even
how
our
to
spending
game,
500
yes,
million.
and you,
our game
you cannot
against
transmit.
Leicester yesterday.
Okay, let's even say you're a brilliant manager. You will take you 2.5 seasons to transmit how you want to play
Yes.
Players.
to the players. You're not good enough.
Then you're in the wrong job.
Yes.
You're
You
not
don't
good
want to
enough.
play how you
So-
want
You
to
don't
play.
know
Why
if
you
he's
never
playing
touch him and then get out?
counter-attacking. You don't know if it's possession football. It's just that everybody's trying to
So,
they don't know where this person
I watch
is.
Fulham, and Fulham are a very exciting team. Marco Silva is one of those very good managers that
You should do it there.
you know, you know, maybe he's not for the top job, but every
Yes.
time I watch Fulham play, they're a very exciting team. You know,
Yeah, they
they
are.
press with real energy.
Marco Silva is a good coach.
You know,
Yes,
keeps
it's
the ball.
obvious.
It
I
keeps the
agree
ball,
with
moves it around. Very, but you come to Man
Be
United.
far from me, you.
You come to Man United, it always feels like it's a boxing game. You're playing Ipswich. You're playing sides that you should be dominating against.
They are always
But
dominating
it feels
us.
like it's a boxing game against. When Arsenal play smaller teams, they dominate possession. When they play against bigger teams, you know, you could see there's a bit of conservativeness about how they
Let me
play.
come in here, right?
So
There's this thing on Twitter. This week has been an interesting week. There's this, guy who sort of like, domestic violence in his wife and everything like that.
Was caught on
And
camera.
It was caught on camera. I love it.
I love
Right?
it. I love the part of him being caught on camera.
Yes. Very.
it was covered because if I explain
Wale,
that,
Wale, I love the part of him being caught on camera.
That was a last minute screamer.
Like a top
Cutting it too close.
fingertip save. My brother, God will bless you.
Hey!
He said, I love it. God.
Right.
Hey!
But why I brought that up was that I saw the comments, people, he lost his temper, kind of thing. And I said, look, someone made a point and said, in this world, nobody can say that they cannot control their anger.
yeah, of course.
You know why? On the simple premise that when you see someone that can beat you, that your anger will not come out.
There is no way.
You see this thing where US and Russia they do since 1960.
Nobody don't
We
throw
go,
blue.
we'll level you.
Nobody don't throw
But you
blue.
know, see,
nuclear you.
when you're around now, you don't run.
If that small this thing now, you don't drop
They
like
don't- they don't drop
eight
things.
missile. Now for top CNN they do it, And I'm like, so what do you think about this? So I think they're useless. You will end for them. You understand?
If soldier slap you, you are can't.
You are carrying. I've never seen
And you
somebody
get hot temper.
see his mate that can beat him.
Yes.
And say I lost my temper. No, you will negotiate it. so
Love it.
going back to football again.
Love it.
When you're a big team, right, and you meet them Fulham, them Everton, you should say, you think we spent £100 million for nothing? We beat you. You get we dominate. When we meet our mates, say my brother,
We now negotiate.
you are there, I'm here.
I'm
I
here.
can see that you have put that man on that side.
Let's find a way.
That Kopama put people on him.
You understand?
When we end the game, I say, Baba, when I try.
You get Liverpool
You get-
look Obama, put Curtis on it.
Put Curtis
Follow
on
him
it,
everywhere
yes.
he goes to.
Show respect where respect is due.
Of course.
Right. So you cannot tell me you play a football game. You play Coventry last year.
Like,
In the Elite Division.
Yes.
Bro, that was
That game.
No,
You were, see,
was
there was a
close.
game that they fired
just-
the Enugu Rangers manager over the public address system. I heard they told the guy that his job is lost there. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. They say they fired him inside the stadium. Somebody
say
please.
don't come back.
No, say don't come back. And that's what you see. For all Nigeria's ills, some things are better in Nigeria. We sort it out in the stadium. Oh God, we don't want to see you here again.
before they beat you up.
So
not touch
final for me, Sha, you get. I
Right.
don't know what Mike One wants to do, but final prep for United, I'm Amorim with the same thing as like United.
No, I see where you're going, which is why I want to ask the question. What is the most important thing about managing United?
So
What is the most important quality you need?
so in my opinion, because I don't speak senior man novels, the most important quality you need to have as a United manager, courage, charisma.
Yeah.
Courage,
Same thing.
charisma. Obviously, you are the coach now, so your know-how of the job has to be obviously you can't get there if you do that one.
Fundamentals.
That was fundamentals. But courage, charisma. Courage, charisma, because that almost would determine whether the club is having a good time or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Depending on how you handle these things publicly.
Yeah.
Based on how you handle it, can be the difference between the club are in a crisis in the public space or they are not. So I remember that back in the day, they would say Mourinho has this thing where he knows that he can sense that there might be trouble on the horizon, maybe for this player or that player, and Mourinho takes on the fight and he starts creating a diversion, maybe talking about the referee or talking about the player of the other opposition. He dives too much, something like that. So courage, charisma, in the sense that you have to be on top of the narrative, because like we have clearly seen, every single thing about United gets picked on, and like we have clearly seen as well, it doesn't stay out. We can talk about, you have to make sure it doesn't come into the club, but we have seen that it doesn't stay out. When these things happen, they actually find a way into the club.
It's to seep into the
affect
cracks.
the players.
Right,
So-
you're 100% correct on that, and I think it's impeccable analysis. I was watching the game yesterday. After the game, I'm looking for the press conferences, and someone said, to Ruud van Nistelrooy, and said, Ruud, Ole also had the first game in his career at United and won 5 as well, right? And the question was double-edged in the sense that Ruud could have taken it like, are you saying that? Are you trying to say that Ole started well, but I'll also fail? Like, it's also like I'm setting you up. Ruud said, simple. Ole had that as well, right? So me and Ole draw, right? I'll call him and tell him, right? Charisma.
Yeah, don't make anything of it.
Diffuses it immediately.
Don't make anything of
He
it.
dies the natural death immediately. Dies on the
Brilliant.
spot, right?
Absolutely brilliant.
And I think Rufai makes an important point, right? I think that before you get into the manager's job at United, the fundamental is that you sabi tactics.
Yeah.
Yes.
You sabi coach, you sabi play football, you know,
When you
you
go to
sabi
find-
the training
Are they
session,
looking
right?
for
But
drillers?
the extra they're looking for, is that courage. When I watch Arne Slot, I love the guy.
Love him.
Yeah.
Love him.
You get it.
Love
Be like
him.
say Liverpool, they look and say, what thing we take from this young club? What are we looking for? Charisma.
Charisma.
He says, ask about question about Chiesa. He said Chiesa being injured. He said it won't be the first time the English media have lied. Do you get it?
Like,
He's sitting in
shut
front of the
them
English
down.
press, right? And he says it won't be the first time the English press have lied. To
love
their
the guy.
face.
Shut
You
down.
understand?
Shut
In
it
a
down.
joke, he shuts it down and immediately commands the respect.
Yeah.
He doesn't go into a sparring contest.
You
Do
see-
you
you see-
understand?
you see-
He said
remember-
before I
remember-
came here, before I came here, I got told that the Premier League is very hard. That it's very hard to win football matches here. I come here and all of a sudden it's only the big teams that are hard to beat.
There had to be, he's a jovial, but he's jabbing
He's
as
jabbing
well.
them. See,
You know,
you remember I said it that time that when manager come, if you are not Jose Mourinho, you are not these other top managers.
stay away from it.
At first they look you, they wait. Make I see whether you know what you they do. The first difficult question, in my opinion, that I think they asked Maresca.
Yeah.
Say, oh, they say your squad is bloated. You have a squad of 10. You see, I'm training with 23 players.
Yes.
Simple.
Those other guys, we have a conversation with the club. Solution, I don't care. I'm like, oh,
What is the next thing you want to ask him after that?
oh, because I said it too when it was Potter. He said, oh, 32. I'm like, a coach shouldn't be. Don't you have the players that you want, that you
Yes.
like?
You get it.
Why are you worrying about the rest? They have a contract. They're getting paid. It's the duty of the club to get them out, to find a solution.
It's really simple, right?
And-
And I think that's the demarcation, right? I always tell people, look, people speak about and again to segue from football, people speak about say, what makes you why do you think you're a better, TV presenter or something like that? And I always tell people like it's not about everybody can talk. Do you understand? Everybody can talk. Like that's what you do every day.
Yes.
Set your dumb, right? You can talk, but
My brother,
you see-
don't be put to the talk. Hey, you see where this country is, so?
no, like literal dumb.
Okay, okay.
Right, literal dumb, right? So everybody can talk. That's the fundamentals, right? But it's poise, it's calm. You can take your breath.
Yeah.
When they
2%,
when 2%, right? 2%. We haven't brought that back in a bit. When they
Actually,
talk,
is it supposed to be 2% or 90-something percent?
no, 2% actually, 2%, right?
Are you sure?
You're mad.
When they when they say quiet everybody on set, and Wale would know this, right? Quiet everybody on set, sound rolling, speed,
Action.
IBK, you're live. That's
Feels
when
like-
you know
feels like the
that
whole world is
talking
coming down.
is suddenly very difficult. Right? The pressure, everybody is waiting on you.
Yeah.
Like, we have set up this entire, marquee, everything is Obi Van outside waiting for you, this entire staff. 50 people waiting outside. Right?
This thing where you do
Waiting for you to deliver.
Now 60-yard assist. I guys do the goal. Make I do the
My
goal.
brother scored the goal.
You see, it's also why when we talk about that thing we always talk about on this table.
So you
about,
see, like, Kissy, for example, right? Kissy chats about football a lot.
yeah.
Come to the next podcast, I've heard his voice like twice.
Like twice. I'm wondering. Literally.
Chat a lot of shit sometimes.
It's like when we talk about that, play the game, don't play the occasion. So that we talk about for players.
Yeah.
You see what you just said? It's the same thing like this. When you walk into a production, probably there's an Obi Van outside, there's all these lights, there's this big T, there's this director. The skill why you earn top money is to be able to come in and act like all these
Nothing.
things no did
Yeah.
there. And talk like you're
concern
talking
me.
to your mother
Normal.
or your friend. That's the skill. That's
When
why you
put
earn your
that
money.
camera on and say, you are live.
That's why you
I
earn your
don't
money.
see any of you play again. I'm going to go into full character. And that's the thing about,
That's how you earn
managers.
your money.
That's how you earn your money.
We don't earn
That-
the money in Nigeria. Sha,
That's
because
what,
people
of
don't
course,
buy us
you don't earn the money in Nigeria. But that's what makes you.
They in the industry
You know-
first now. Maybe you don't come.
I know they the
No,
industry. What did they worry you?
This is the last time you invite somebody.
You were the industry. I beg. See, IBK.
Why do we have running
You
joke?
know,
IBK.
you know the industry.
If
and
you carry me,
they talk
IBK.
about Obi Van, don't
IBK.
punish you.
If you carry me,
now,
IBK, wait, stop. If you carry me, go your plot
Now-
for phase 1. Now. Today, I signed join the industry.
So yeah, after the show, I will carry you go there.
Uh-huh.
Like, anyway, yeah. So I think we all agree. Charisma, carry.
Yeah, charisma.
That's the
What?
most important
Sorry,
thing.
no
Rufai
vex.
said it.
Did he
Rufai,
mention
don't
winning
talk.
mentality?
This man, you
No,
talk too much.
when we're
This man, you
talking,
talk too much.
when
Too much.
we're talking some topics, we need to finish it. It's analysis.
Finish what?
United must do. That's open heart surgery. Now that I've hired a new manager, you must do it.
I actually wanted to talk about the players.
Tell me.
Because I think they have this. They most especially Rashford. I think I'll use the
Rashi.
Yeah,
Rashi.
Rashi.
Like say Rashi, that the
MBE.
poster boy for.
Okay. So I think that these players think they have this power over managers that they can decide to start. They will just stop scoring. You see them against West Ham. Dalot missed an open net. Bruno
Oh!
did not
Come on,
score.
go hard, they can't stop scoring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now they were so clinical, and I think is it Amorim? I always confuse.
Yeah,
this. It might be
Amorim,
Amorim, yes. Amorim. I think the first thing he should do is that he should instill that, not the way Ten Hag did his own, in a very rude way.
Yeah.
And just quarreling with players left, right, and center. People that are even bigger than you are quarreling with them. I'm not talking about Sancho.
know
though.
well, right?
But
I'm not talking about Sancho.
That's Sancho. They look out.
you not go see
You
him.
jump there in
You
time.
not go see him.
Somebody say he was left out for tactical reason.
Yeah.
The next
Somebody
day
say
he's
he's
ill. I've seen this thing before.
You know they shake.
I said.
Oh,
This is
is that you?
I've seen this before.
We are managing the team.
Serious manager.
You should
With the
play
manager.
players based on their performance.
Yeah.
If you do well, Ahmad won player of the month. Next
Yeah.
time, Ten Hag went to
Oh
keep
my
him
Jesus.
on the bench.
I was wondering. I thought, when Ahmad
He
came.
has favorites. Rashford is his favorite. Garnacho, sometimes when he's doing, and I think that something I picked up on Ten Hag this season, when you are doing well, he will start removing you from the game.
The same
When
thing
Rashford was
Pochettino was
not
doing. I
playing
will
well,
always
he
say
will
it.
play you for 90 minutes. It's like he wants you to, you must do what I ask you to do. If you don't do it, you will not live
leave
there.
the team.
But when Rashford started playing well, you see him 60 minutes, you remove Rashford, put in another player. So I think Amorim should
Nah,
come in
agent,
and tell him that
Agent.
there is no favorites here. Nobody is first. You don't have an ordained right to have the left wing. If you're not playing well there, somebody that is playing
Yeah.
well would play
Of
there.
course, yeah.
Then play good players.
Then Rashford don't hear this entire.
Yes, because I think
That's why
the
they must
players of
leave.
the, like Rashford now, people still think he's young. He just turned 27 today. People think, I think some United fans actually think he's too
Say
young.
that's what they do Martial.
Yeah,
Say
yeah.
you come good.
Yes.
You come
So
good.
if he comes in
good
and
from
he's
where?
not playing well, you don't have to be rude. You don't have to be unprofessional like Ten Hag. There's a way you can tell these players you are not doing this. No need to even say it in the press conference or anything. Just know that if you work hard, you earn your place.
You set
If
standards.
yes,
You set
if
standards.
if you don't work hard, and you see that this player is actually playing well and he's playing. It's not as if me I'm not playing well, you bench me, but this one that is not playing well, I can see him playing every game.
Exactly.
That is when you start causing problem in the team.
When
That's
you
why
go
Ahmad
to,
was frowning the last.
when you go to
game.
clubs like Man City,
I'm
He
the passport
dey smile.
yesterday. You know the passport.
Yes, he won't score by force.
You know passport game. And that's sexy.
when you
No,
go
that
to
one
when
now.
you
That's
go to-
sexy.
when you go to clubs like
But the guy don't talk about
Let me
9.5.
let me add a player to front watch.
But that guy is a
I
good player.
see a big front
Let me
wall.
add a player to front watch.
Something needs to
Point man, I
something
don't
needs to
talk
come together. When I saw him under Ten Hag, I'm seeing Ten Hag most of the time. It feels like his team wants to
Even
play on the transition, and then you have
under
Zeki.
See, that's why I think that a lot of
Zexi is not in number 9.
a lot of players.
No,
Of course,
he's
he said
not.
it now. He's not.
He's not in
Let's
number
not
9.
let's not
He's
make it
too
sexy.
lazy
I'm just
to
putting him
even
on
be a
front
number
watch.
9.
So we
No,
will.
he's on
He's a very
front
good
watch.
footballer. He's a very good
He's
Moving
footballer.
on, moving on.
He's
front
very
watch.
lazy.
Moving
His
on.
first
So,
touch is bad. He's always
first touch,
passing.
no, his
Yes.
first touch is
No,
good,
watch him.
Okay.
I think
let's
it's
move
too
on.
early.
Let's
It's too early
let's move
to-
on. Let's wrap it up, right?
No problem.
With the prediction
line under him.
this week, right?
Okay.
Let's start off with Liverpool, right? No, not Liverpool. What's the first game? I'm just gonna try and open up the score, the fixtures for this week. Let's see. All right. I think a big game this week. I'm totally excited about this one. All right. Fixtures. I'll start with you. Newcastle, Arsenal.
Newcastle, Arsenal. Arsenal to win.
Arsenal to win. IBK, Newcastle, Arsenal.
Both teams to score.
What's the you gave us the closest prediction last week, right? Tottenham, Crystal Palace. You made a bold call. Crystal Palace
Yeah.
are going to win. I'm sure
going to
Rufai will
lose.
tell us on Giga Win, because this segment is brought to you by Giga Win, of course. What the odds are.
It was crazy odds, and it was such. I was watching the game, and it was quite frustrating because of my betting ticket. I wanted more goals in the game, but I thought it was a masterclass performance by Crystal Palace, and they could have won by more than one. And it was such massive odds from Giga Win, 1.90 for a win or draw, and it came on quite nicely. And I
Both
got
teams to score 1.72.
1.72.
Yeah.
from Giga Win.
Newcastle.
Both teams to score no. Check both teams to score no, because I feel like
2.12.
in that Arsenal game, I would probably go for that.
Yeah.
I'd probably go for that.
Yes.
Both teams to score
I
no.
don't really like all those kind of games.
Don't play it.
First five minutes, you don't.
People
your money
where
don't
I
go
be
in.
their destiny helper, they go play up.
Kingsley, Newcastle, Arsenal. What do you think happens?
Newcastle, Arsenal. I think with the
Just
injuries,
predict the game, I beg.
Newcastle takes the day.
Takes the day. Go, nothing.
I don't know about Google, but 3 points goes to Newcastle.
Yeah,
Arsenal,
fool.
I think.
No.
When I'm prediction now.
That prediction by Bogi there.
Please. How many odds? Check how many odds.
1.9. Okay, Newcastle
3.68.
3.68.
That's one ticket. 100k, 100k, 360.
I did tell you.
Literally,
That's a
right?
very good.
What do you think happens?
I think early kickoff. I think it might be a draw.
It's even early kickoff.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the kick off.
Yeah.
I'm 90% Newcastle
is.
wins that game.
You hide the best.
Serious.
Anybody ask about football and they say early kickoff.
I
don't say
very dangerous game.
They are business.
Inside that, if
Very.
I don't know if you're inside.
Yes.
Friday games.
I always
early
tell
kickoff,
people
run.
avoid early kickoffs on
Yes.
Saturdays.
Yes.
Friday
On
night.
Saturdays.
No, Friday nights are fine. Saturday, because there's always something. There's something on those games that the enemy has put. When it happens,
You might be
Now you
surprised
talk
Newcastle might win that game.
I know
Because
you want them to win.
No. Yes,
Your
I want
prayers
them to
will
win.
not come to pass.
So,
You will not do
there's a
video on
chance
top of my head.
I'm gonna go for. There's a chance Newcastle wins actually.
Shut up,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go. I'm going for an Arsenal win or draw.
Yeah.
Because Newcastle at that St James Park. You see what they do at St James Park? With the crowd.
Very physical.
You see what they do usually. It's a very dangerous game.
You see me come Merino.
But he got 9 foot that team.
Now, bro, you don't see what they take Chelsea at
You have
You
to
see
work
Mika
out to
Merino.
earn a point there.
You have to
Mika
walk your
waiting.
life.
Wale,
Yeah.
Mika Merino schooled Gravenberg last week.
Bro, you don't understand.
Do you went to
offside.
school Bournemouth? Do you went to
It was
school
not
Bournemouth?
offside, please. It was not offside. It was
He
not
was
offside.
offside.
It was not offside, please.
Wale, something is wrong with your eyes. You know, see Van Dijk
No,
leg.
it wasn't. It
It
wasn't.
wasn't offside.
It was
And the funny thing is, and
Automatic
the funny
offside
the
come.
fun-
They say it did. Nah, but that one, it wasn't offside.
It was not
and the
offside.
funny thing is that he could have had a double, if not for Partey. Partey fouled him. There was a
Could have.
You don't see Jackson. offside. You don't see Jackson Palmer offside with
How
them
many-
cancel.
how many else
You
do
don't
we
see
know?
what
How many
you
else do we know?
that Palmer one was very minimal.
Odds for.
Arsenal win or draw, Abi?
No. Yeah. Me, I'm going for Arsenal win or
And
draw.
I always
What's
this. And I
your
always
odds
this
on Giga
odds.
win?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to even.
I'm trying to pull this up.
And I always that
for
odds.
it
So you Rufai,
Yeah, it's 1.27. Arsenal win or draw.
win or draw, yeah? All right, let's pick up the pace. Let's do it quickly. Rufai, Bournemouth, Man City.
One more Man City. Man City straight win.
Straight win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kingsley, straight win, Man City.
Over
And it's
3.5.
1.54. Come on.
Bournemouth over 2.5.
Over 3.5 for me.
Over 3.5.
4 goes up.
Oh, I like that call. IBK.
Man City draw no bet. That's 1.24.
That means Man City will win.
I mean, Man City.
Draw
win.
no bet. If
Yeah.
anybody.
I
Man
don't
City-
think
So that-
anybody
so that
can
Man City
win
win.
without a
Yes,
draw.
yes.
Man City win, yeah.
If Man City no win, you know we'll lose.
Tosen, what do you think?
Man City to win.
Man City to win, yeah.
Yeah.
Man City to win? No. Man City, I'm not sure who wins, but both teams will score.
I think the boldest call here is the one I favor the most is the Kingsley call. Over 3.5, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the game. Ipswich Town, Kingsley versus Leicester.
That looks like a draw.
It has
A score draw.
Yes.
score draw, yeah?
Yes.
Rufai,
Say the game again, please.
Ipswich Leicester.
Both teams to score.
Both teams to score.
Yeah.
Tosin,
Yes, both teams to score.
IBK.
Over 1.5 looks so good. 1.23. That's mad.
Yeah?
That's big.
Ini.
I'm going to go for a call I've not done on this show before. Liam Delap, anytime goal scorer.
Yeah.
Liam Delap, son of the great Rory Delap.
Delap.
Yeah,
That's-
Liam
that's-
Delap came through the ranks at City.
What is there a market for that?
Yeah, guys,
Yes.
I'm trying.
anytime
trying to
goal
pull
scorer.
it up.
When you find it, let me know.
I'll try
Right. Let's pick it up. Liverpool, Brighton.
Yes, Liam Delap, 2.83 on Giga win.
Yeah.
Anytime goal scorer, Liam Delap.
That's
That is relatively.
when they be Lewandowski, I be.
Yeah,
boy
that
could
is
score.
relatively short odd take, and against Leicester.
He's relatively sure, guy. He will
Leicester-
score.
By the way, it was good to see Evan Ferguson score.
Yeah, it was good to see Evans.
He's not small because the guy
Le-
will score, guy.
Leicester give away a lot of chances, and that boy is very good with his right, left foot. He's good with his finishing, and
Yeah.
I fancy he would bring it home.
Tosin, Liverpool, Brighton. It should be a very good game.
Yes, I think over 2.5.
Right.
Yeah, because when they play
The way Brighton scored, if he be over
yes.
6.5.
Bro, the way Brighton they score.
Yes, over 2.5, I think.
Yeah. And just so you know, you don't have to be like this guy. You don't have to like say the odds. You can just say
Yes.
who he wants to win and whatnot. Liverpool, Brighton, Ini.
Liverpool, I think Liverpool to win, but both teams to score.
Liverpool to win, both teams to score. IBK.
I'll go with Liverpool to do over 1.5. That's 1.35 was on Giga win.
Yeah, Liverpool will win and Liverpool to score 2 goals.
Brighton to win in that half.
Brighton to win.
Have you seen the
Oh.
trend? Have you seen the trend
Anfield.
in Kingsley's predictions?
Anfield.
You've not seen the trend in his predictions.
How?
Kingsley doesn't care about anything. Kingsley goes for the biggest odds. He does not care.
Kingsley, 1.16 odds if damage your ticket.
Yes, now I agree.
And 20 odds if win you money.
Yes, now.
So it's 50-50.
No, I don't
It's
think fight me.
a good
No,
risk.
no, no,
right?
you
I
guys
only
they
show
do.
them the
Now you
trend.
How
guys
many
they
of
do.
Brighton to win that?
I'll stay with you. I mean, he doesn't have his phone, but I'll stay with you, Kingsley. Forest, West Ham.
Forest West Ham. Another draw.
Another draw, yeah.
Draw.
Forest to win.
Forest to win IBK.
Double chance for us, 1.30 on Gigawin.
Double chance. I like the double chance call. What do you think?
Forest,
West Ham.
West Ham.
West Ham. West Ham to win.
God.
Forest to win.
West Ham to win away. That should be an interesting call.
West Ham to win.
3.41 odds on Gigawin.
Nottingham
1.41.
Forest to win.
West Ham to win.
I think Forest are going to be one of the best teams in the league this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah. Southampton, Everton. Tosen, yeah.
We don't Forest.
I think they will both score. They are both opened at the
Yeah.
back. They will. Both teams to score.
Both teams to score. Wolves, Crystal. That's it. So, Ini, Southampton, Everton.
Southampton, Everton. I gave Southampton their first home game of the first win of the season, and they conceded in the 96th minute against Ipswich.
Yeah.
I'll go for that call again. Southampton to beat Everton.
Yeah. IBK.
Double chance Everton, 1.49 odds on Gigawin.
Double chance, Everton. That's interesting. Away from home. Rufai.
Everton. A moment. I won't go for Everton win. Everton to win.
That's an interesting call. Because I'll stick with Ini. Kingsley.
Anybody to win first half.
Anyone.
kind?
Anything to win first half.
No draw.
Is that it?
No
Is
draw.
there
No
a
draw in
market for
first
that?
half.
Is there any?
Yes.
I don't
Yes,
know about
there is.
Gigawin,
Yes.
but there is.
Any
Any
team?
12.
Any
12.
team win
First
first
half,
half.
12.
Okay,
Like
any
first
team.
half, somebody
draw,
will
no
win
first
first
half
half.
draw.
Yes, of course,
Yes,
there's a
yes,
market for
yes.
that.
First half, 12.
There's a market for
You
that.
guys are more experienced in this,
Kingsley
in
is
this
in-
high-end
Kingsley is
overseas
in-
business.
He's an experienced businessman.
Experienced businessman, right?
Transacting in business concerning a lot of European countries and some part of South America.
Which business? Sir?
High risk business.
If police catch you, the police are on control them.
Please, we have the man we're looking for. Osamu Jami, I think what they call that,
I won't forget.
a gang of terrorists.
Man, like,
Terrorizing Benin and
if
Israel.
police if police see your history, they go ask for a game too. Legit.
I feel bet on top and
leave
say
that
they'll
part
go.
out because
They go
I
ask
know how many calls from Anyway, Wolves, Palace, I think I stay with you.
Crystal Palace, they mad form now. I think I'll give them double chance, 1.49. Win or draw.
1.49.
Yeah. Palace win or draw.
Wolves win or draw.
Wolves win or draw.
Yeah.
Over 1.5.
1.5, yeah?
That's 1.43. 1.43.
Wolves Crystal Palace.
Yeah. At home. Wolves at home.
Gary O'Neill.
They got away with murder last week.
Eze might be out.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Might be out because I don't think they've communicated the magnitude.
Yeah.
Wolves to win.
Wolves to win.
Over 2.5.
Over 2.5.
I think so too.
That's an interesting game.
I think so. I think
I'm always very scared.
1.88.
I'm always very scared to go with goals for any Crystal Palace game.
That's a bold
Because it's
call.
I'm
like
always scared to go for goals too because
Crystal Palace
Wolves,
games.
they
That's
give
why I
away
played
goals
it
now.
safe.
I know now
but
Crystal Palace.
Wolves will give you goals and
And they will score.
Yeah.
They are a team that's at home particularly they score a lot of goals.
Yeah. Next
Manchester
game,
United.
Yeah,
Tottenham.
the Brazilian.
Omo, you give Brighton out attack.
Tottenham, Aston Villa, Tosen, something.
Ooh. I think Tottenham to win or draw.
Tottenham to win or draw?
Yes.
I really think the game against Man City were taking a lot from them. So I think Aston Villa will overpower them.
I don't think so.
You know. So Tottenham to win or draw.
Yes.
Ini.
Tottenham to have at least 6 corners in the game.
No, we're senior man they go.
At least 6 corners in the game.
least 6
If-
corners.
Tottenham and corners.
it could
Oh my god.
If you go over 6, it gives you 1.60 odds. If you go over 7, if you go 6.5, give you 1.87 odds. Tottenham to have 7 corners in the game, at least 7 corners in the game.
And that gives you what?
1.87 odds
Right.
at
Oh,
home.
Jim.
So is that a game
I feel like Aston Villa score first and Tottenham chase the game.
so is that a game you play with another game to give you like a 3 odds, or Do you use it to build?
I don't know if Giga will have got a bet builder, but if
No,
they
I
do,
don't-
it would
I
be an
don't.
absolute dream. It would be an absolute dream
Yeah.
because these corner games, if I combine these corner games, I feel buy house for Banana Island.
Right. Anyway, great stuff. Look, it's incredible. IBK, Tottenham, Villa,
I think the surest bet here is both teams to score.
both teams score. I like the call.
Yeah,
One
both teams
point-
to score is very
1.45.
safe.
And that's actually very high for.
Yeah,
It's very safe.
1 point.
4-5 odds.
Both teams to score is very
Tottenham
safe.
have not played a single 0-0
Yeah.
in their new stadium. Not one.
Wow.
Right.
Since the stadium was open. So every time there is a game there, go for goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
think
they save heaven for goals.
I think Van der Ven is out as well.
By the way, they
Yeah,
say
God-
Amorim now over 2.5 manager.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I like that.
I like
I like
The
that.
problem is
manager-
that are you the one scoring the
Make
2.5
them-
or you are
make them
the lose 2.5? That's the issue.
No, Ten Hag
No,
was
leave that one.
No,
against.
he's
that
the one. He's the one.
Okay.
I need to confirm. Sporting Lisbon, every game.
No, they
play
score
this season-
every what?
Unbeaten.
every game they play this
They
season.
score
3 goals at least.
They
every
too
bro.
sure.
Oh,
They too
That
sure.
your curse.
Is God not good?
thank you, Jesus.
Bro, make I boss it.
Hallelujah.
Get one match.
Charlie, and I don't get your curse.
Get one match at 75 minutes. I no cash out because I'm Sporting Lisbon. I carry them over over
brother.
1.5.
Tell this story in Bethlehem.
That match,
Say it in Judea.
that match come out 2-0.
Say it in Samaria.
You did a kid.
You
I
mean
give me a pen. Make I read letter to Amorim. I beg, give me a pen.
you mean a very brilliant Sunday school student.
Give me a pen.
Wale, this man needs to be redirected.
Give me a pen, Wale. I need to write an open letter
I only go direct. Now why you mention
to Amorim.
Wale we don't need drink beer. So now one direct person.
Disclaimer.
Stop that nonsense. What do you
Disclaimer.
mean?
Wale does not drink beer. Leave this man. He wants to spoil the good name of our
Wale hears the media team in church.
He's a very, very dedicated man
Na joke. Me pass on who can do it.
in character and in learning.
Yes. So, over 2.5. That's what I remember.
No, I need to tell you about 2.5. Now your own ticket, you won't put that on.
So I was going to add more odds to the both team to score.
Right.
Both team to score and over 2.5.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes
Yeah,
it
both
better.
teams to score and over 2.5 is very
That-
good.
that
Bump
makes it
bump
better.
it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think this
Now
Van
that
der
pump-
Ven, we know they play.
And that pump beat up me, I dey always get you. If my mind no pump anything,
See, there's one game.
you don't do one. You say they can do.
Personal
I
experience.
don't see one already. I can't see one game.
Gotta buy one more game.
Bro. Personal experience. This thing has happened to me before and it was so painful. I don't play game. I won't win. I think I won't win like 700 and something game. I play over 2.5 for the game. Now I play over 1.5 to I won't win about 700k. I can't change the game last minute to over 2.5
Oh,
to
Jimmy.
win
God.
1.2 million.
Hey,
Oh,
small 500,000, don't whine you.
what did I have that I was not given?
I look this game and say, this game's supposed to come. And
They
you know,
always supposed to come.
You know what the bastards played? That game, they played one goal in the first half, 46 minutes, they scored the second goal.
So you
1-1.
say, 2.5
I
go
say,
come now.
"Kai."
One
They
more.
wrong way.
One more.
You get one place for Ikeja where if I don't tell me where they sell one long catfish like this.
You don't reach there for your mind.
I don't they plan I say wifey we
We buy like
Arrange
4.
clothes down. We're going somewhere.
we have one brilliant rendezvous and we are going for
You know,
Bro,
the most painful.
very
one?
painful. 1-1 like this, that's what the
You
game
play game over 2.5, just like that useless Newcastle Chelsea yesterday. They don't score 2 goals for first half.
First
For your
half.
mind,
Say, go come.
for your mind, declare party. Yao Felix, they balloon the ball, they go decide. The other person, they throw.
Yeah, Uguku. Should I Uguku this down baby?
They smile, and my money they waste. It's actually painful.
If these people know what they are doing to us,
I think every time Van der Ven is out and it's against Aston Villa, it's a difficult game. You're a difficult team. And Van der Ven is probably the most important player in Tottenham with that their high line that they love to play. And I know they are playing at home, so they would want to do the same. Without Van der Ven, Aston Villa might just win them at home.
All right,
I think Aston Villa win or draw.
let's get into the next game. This is a big one for anyone who's managing United, either Rude or Amorim. United, Chelsea. I'm going to start with T. What do you think is going to happen?
Manchester United to win or draw. If Chelsea leaves Old Trafford with a point, they should thank God. That's all I have to
See,
say.
mouth.
No. Can you make that call bolder?
When last did
should-
Chelsea
wait,
win
make
at
it
Old
collect microphone, stand for on
Trafford? In
top of
the
the
last
table.
7 years, when last did Chelsea win at Old Trafford?
Actually, Man United have been doing it really well
Yes.
against Chelsea. At Old Trafford.
Yes.
I tell you what, I think Kopama will score. Anytime goal scorer.
Anytime.
Yeah. I think Kopama.
You see, I talk this thing. I talk.
Goal scorer would not be my pick, but if I was to go for a goal scorer on match day, Bruno Fernandes, absolute banker. Absolute banker.
Because we're not score since this season.
Yeah, of
Penalty
course.
day.
So
Penalty, and
I
he's on
thought this
penalty
thing-
duties.
I thought this is. I don't know as he pay me rich. They should have just waited on Monday. They fire Ten Hag.
My God is bigger
Because-
than all you people.
On Sunday now, just watch. Those idiots will be running around.
Bruno
And-
Fernandes, anytime goal scorer. But my pick would be Chelsea win or draw. I feel Chelsea won't
So
lose that game.
opposite to T-score.
Yeah, I feel like Chelsea won't lose that game. Chelsea, I don't think United have got the firepower consistently to
Yeah.
keep Chelsea at bay.
So,
I
the
don't
reason
think so.
I think United have a real chance of winning this, obviously, when something
New
like,
manager bounce.
something like aside from even new manager bounce, even before the new manager bounce, with how Chelsea plays, the idea is that if he works really well to devastating effect, they win and they're flying. But also, what has been consistent is that when they play against a team that knows that okay, we want to pass out, we'll press you with everything we have, they usually run into trouble. And that has even been documented, even against United too, last season. I think that was the first leg. United scored like 2 goals early in the game, just out of the fact that Chelsea were trying to pass out.
Yes.
So, and I know that they're going to do that again against United.
Yeah.
So, even when you don't press that first trying to pass out, when you are very energetic and you're aggressive and you're they're always, and I expect that's what United are going to do. They're going to find a United as probably the most aggressive game they've played all season in that game on Sunday.
Yeah,
That's why I don't think Chelsea will win that game.
Yeah. IBK, what do you think?
I don't know. All this story done too much. Just talk with him won't do. Both teams to
That
score
you
for
As
me.
you talked last week, Abi.
Both teams to score for me. 1.41 odds.
Yeah, both teams to score is safe.
I have 2 options. One, for 1 ticket, United win or draw. The other ticket, over 4.5.
Over.
Over 4.5.
4.5.
Now you.
Wow.
Sorry, you.
That's
they,
5 goals upward.
They follow them train.
You get passing for the stadium.
I mean, now you build stadium for them.
Bro,
Onana and Sanchez for post. Don't worry.
5 goals.
that's a lot, actually. That's actually a lot. Anyway,
Over 4.5.
yeah. That's
That's
a
a lot.
wild call.
It is wild.
It's a wild call.
But it's something that can come in.
They scored 7 goals the last time they met.
Agent.
The only
Wait, let's-
ti- the
There
only
could be
time I
3
feel-
there could be 3 goals in the first half. You never know.
Yeah.
For which
Those,
game?
those sort of games can be very open.
Yeah. Last game on the sheet, Brentford Fulham. I'll start with you.
Brentford Fulham. Wow. Brentford to win. They find a way to win at home against teams in
Now Fulham there also.
Fulham actually there, yeah.
Fulham.
Fulham
Fulham at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Fulham at home. I think both teams will score.
Both teams to score. What do you think, IBK?
So hard though. But I think they will do over 1. Over 1.5. 1.2 on us.
Yeah. And by the way, you see the Emil Smith Rowe, it will be partnership.
Yeah,
Brilliant,
yeah.
brilliant.
Beginning to
cooking.
Made
you
from
can
the
tell
hell,
they play together at some point.
Great guys.
made from the Helen Academy. What a brilliant goal. What a brilliant goal.
1.5 is safe.
Yeah.
2 goals to happen. To happen. But I think both teams to score as well is safe. Because I expect Brentford
Brentford
to score.
conceded a lot of goals.
And I expect Fulham to score as well.
First half over 1.
First half over
Over
1.
Oh, but you won't use on a chop 10 million. What is your ticket? What is your ticket?
I beg.
I
See all
think
this prediction
Fulham
we
to
don't do
win.
today. I beg send that.
You think Fulham to win, yeah?
Yes.
Fulham to win, right? And
Yeah,
because Real Madrid played, had a very incredible week. We're throwing them into the entire slip as well. Valencia, Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Vinny, anytime goal scorer.
Yeah. No.
Vinny, anytime goal scorer.
No. I think it's going to be a tough game for them. They would find it, and Valencia are not in a very tough position, but
Valencia
just
with
because of
the
the drama,
last for table.
because of the
Good
drama
check,
of the
good
week,
check,
and Valencia and Real Madrid, if you check their history, is always a very exciting game. They are not particularly in the same region, but there's something brewing there. They
Third
always,
biggest club in Spain. All that stuff. Yeah.
they always have a very difficult game. I fancy Real Madrid will win. Mbappe should probably score. I think Mbappe will score. Real Madrid to win.
Real Madrid to win, yeah.
And if you add it with the same game parlay, like Real Madrid to win and Mbappe to score, you get yourself a really good odd.
I'll give Valencia handicap 2 and Madrid to win.
I don't know that call. I promise you.
That means Valencia 2 goals ahead.
2 goals ahead. That's a
Man,
handicap.
for just talk, say handicap.
And Madrid
Right,
will still
right.
win.
Okay, that means I heard
Okay, now
gap.
handicap 2 you talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I heard gap.
Yeah.
Asian handicap.
And Madrid should win.
Madrid straight win. No anytime goal scorer.
Madrid should- Vinny, anytime goal scorer.
Asian handicap.
Put your money on Vinny, anytime
Yeah,
goal scorer.
that's Asian handicap, yeah.
Yes, Asian handicap.
Put your money on Vinny.
There'll be a penalty in the game.
Penalty in the
I
game.
don't talk as if you want his own.
Don't bring this man. Don't bring this man again.
Penalty go there.
He's an agent.
You shall the money where the
Penalty
money you
go
won't
there,
just
DJ.
collect.
Guess what? It's a brilliant call because you have to look at.
Put your money.
Valencia are gonna defend
Hold on.
deep.
Put your money, bros.
It always feels like in when you play against defender with attackers who are always running at you. There's always a chance that there's a mistimed tackle in the box.
Don't worry.
And the way
He
Vinny
live
go,
like that.
See, make I
the
tell
way
you.
Vinny goes,
Put your money on this.
Vinicius go play this match like say Ballon d'Or now after the match.
that is the
Yes,
point.
Don't
That
worry.
is why that Kingsley score might be an absolute banker.
Yeah, my makes sense, right?
There
Anyway,
might be a penalty in that game.
But you don't
look,
go put any money.
I
on
will
that.
put like 1K.
we've come to the end of it. What do you think?
That would be
Real
9
Madrid
odds,
to
man.
Real Madrid to win, yeah.
Yes.
Totally love it, right? I thought it would be nice to.
So the Catalonia derby na joke to you, Abi.
IBK, they pay now. Say we
You
don't
know,
talk about like this.
You know, this one they beef now. You know,
Get
talk,
that.
even when Clasico say you
will
don't talk
beat
anything.
Espanyol 4-0.
You don't talk
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
about
what's-
Clasico. You don't
what's
talk
gonna
anything.
Don't.
Baka are too good now. They
That's
win
too
this
good.
final.
Don't worry.
So,
Don't
no,
be
say you
Espanyol.
talk.
Baba, you don't win the Clasico. What you want me to talk? You don't win.
What's more could talk again?
I not just win am on 4-0.
So,
Is that not just with them?
When last you score 4 goals?
so I score it every time,
So-
every week.
Every
Chelsea,
week.
only Man City have scored.
Only
more
Man City
goals
have
than
scored
City.
more goals than us. Sit down, my
than
brother.
Chelsea.
You are sitting down already.
True
but
that,
don't
Don't
worry.
worry, we go see am 9 games. To, only 9 games to don't play. We go see
They
am.
probably
How
score
many
another
don't
2.
No, you don't play 50.
True that. I wanted to ask T, right? This trivia, and of course, you know, we've done a couple of trivias. But this is interesting because I want to see, you can pretty much tell T's age from, or you know, demographic from this question, right? So
You
the-
be no vex, so no
Yeah.
vex. It's good that you mention so you can tell her age. This thing that you see everywhere, like you don't ask a woman her age. Please, can you give us your thoughts on that?
Yes, I agree.
That you don't ask a woman her age.
Yes.
Please, how old are you?
I don't know. I'm
By the
my
way, I-
20s.
What do you mean that you don't ask a woman her age?
Because you want 40 before.
she has left it there, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you, have
let's-
to, you have to leave it there,
Let's
right?
keep it moving.
T, so basically, I would ask the question and you just answer, right?
Okay.
Would a prime Samuel Eto'o, right, start for these clubs?
Okay.
Real Madrid,
Now,
Yeah.
yes, I think so.
Arsenal,
Yes.
Man United,
Yes.
Liverpool,
Yes.
Inter Milan,
Yes.
Barcelona,
Yes.
Chelsea,
Yes.
Bayern Munich,
Yes.
Man City,
Yes. It's not Duke.
PSG,
Yes.
Juventus.
Yes.
Does anybody agree or have a different opinion?
Man, that Man City on. I know.
I agree.
Eto'o na my guy, but that Man City on go hard.
Of course.
Una
He
go
plays.
find where una go play am. Whether una wan
He
put
has to play.
Haaland for after the
prime
goalkeeper.
Eto'o.
Or una go find how una go
If una
play
like
Eto'o.
Mona-
I don't
Unless
care
you
what
unless
you
you
do.
want change information, sha.
If that one concern
See
you.
what I want to do when I do.
If you like, make you change assumption. Make you change
Eto'o
attention.
Kukuma don't play right back before for Mourinho.
But that's pretty much it. Gentlemen, I want to thank you very much indeed for making the pod very interesting today. And to all the guys, look, we have some of the best comments on the podcast. The TikTok guys, you guys are amazing. Because, you know, if not by comments, man, person if you don't buy a house for Banana Island. And someone said, you know, why are we not the number one podcast?
We are.
But, you know, that's the thing, we are actually. So thank you so much for all your kind words. The admin sees it and sends it to everybody. We appreciate that as well. All the guys on YouTube who prefer the long form content. We've had 2 hours for you. So that's great. And please leave a like on the video as well on Instagram, follow. And of course, our X platform is still, you know, lagging behind as far as the followers go. But it would be nice for you to follow the Hindsight Podcast on all social media platforms. Had to put that out there, right? I want to write a letter to Ruben Amorim, right?
Yes.
And the letter is pretty much, hi coach,
Oh, Chim.
right?
Yes.
Hi coach.
Oh.
I have
When he
seen
goes south, we go there. Yeah.
I've seen the unbeaten run,
Yes.
Oh.
Please.
beaten run at Lisbon. You didn't win the league. They didn't win the league for 19 years, and you won the league after 19 seasons.
It is time.
We have seen that blessing
Man,
and
you
the
do
grace.
everything for this life.
Please, we will gladly pay the 10 million release clause because it is small money to
For
us.
to us.
So please take the next flight and be at Old Trafford for the Chelsea game. Dear Ruben Amorim, on behalf of the Hindsight
Podcast.
On behalf of UB, also.
podcast, on behalf of UB and T Talks United.
Yes.
Right. So let's fax this, right?
Them get game tomorrow, Friday night. And
Leave that one.
Boys, they wait for
Leave
but
that one, right. But we had 2 debutants on the show today, and I thought they did really well. Please let's put our hands together for Tosen for coming. Tosen, your great sports, totally love your smile, love your energy, love your enthusiasm, and it would just be sad that you can't rant about Ten Hag anymore. But thanks for coming to the pod today.
Thank you so much for
Appreciate
having
it, yeah?
me. Yes, I
Great
had
stuff.
So much
I
fun.
love
And-
your hair as well.
Oh,
Come see us some other
thank
time, yeah?
you.
Come see us some
Of
other time,
course.
yeah? Ini, I want to thank you very much
yeah,
indeed.
absolute
right?
pleasure, man.
Always an absolute professional. IBK Sports,
Love
you bring
always, love
lots
always,
of
bro.
great energy.
Love
and
always, my bro.
Lots of annoyance as
I
well.
love you, man.
I'll put it out there. Kingsley, I want to thank you very much indeed. Please, a round of applause for Kingsley.
Yeah.
Talk's a good game, but I'm sure he would.
Go talk about it.
She found a way to bring in Pochettino.
But still,
don't chat shit.
Kingsley, I want to thank you very much indeed. Yeah,
Yeah. Thanks.
appreciate it.
for
Olakun Rufai, always a pleasure.
I have to say,
One with cerebral gentlemen.
parting comments. This has been a very, 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 very successful production on a personal level. I came here with only one agenda. I knew this young man was coming today with something, and I knew that yes,
You
I
nipped
read-
it in the butt.
today. I don't go agree for you.
You were there.
I was there.
And you need to be the board.
I was there.
And heaven did not come down.
Either.
And even if heaven came down,
down.
would have been happy a lifetime that heaven came down. That's how we live it, guys. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.